So, why don't you give us a quick recap of last game, Kite?
What was that, sorry?
Or wait, sorry,
I mean,
Yorn.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I was confused.
I mean, I can recap the one I haven't.
No, no, I read
Yeah,
the wrong scribe thing. I read
yeah. I might just need
today's
to get my
card.
crystal ball, but I think I can give it a go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, when we picked up, we were going through the woods to the next camp that we're attacking. We got spotted basically immediately, but we killed the enemies fairly fast, I believe. Forful almost died, but that's like what happens every fight now. You know, Forful's always the one getting attacked anyway. Once we got rid of every enemy, we saved the prisoners, and we roamed around and found looked around and found some supplies, like some more pickaxes, some another grappling hook, some dwever figurines that are worth a lot, and some spell scrolls, and I believe a bow as well, which we don't know what it does yet. While we searched for everything, we had noticed that a few more groups of one group of hobgoblin and one group of what was it, 4 or 5 trolls showed up. So we decided to run away. And while we left, we noticed the other groups that went towards Shock were going back to the camp as well. One sec. When we got back in camp, we met up with Shock and discussed the success of the raid and took a rest for the rest of the day because everyone needed it. And during late afternoon, we discovered that the army got attacked by some what they're called, Iron Fist or something, and the Shock had decided to go back to the army to defend them. Uh, while we went to sleep, I don't remember who spotted, but somebody spotted a figure or heard a figure in the night, and we discovered it was a uh, what race was it? A drow.
Roll.
Yeah, a drow that works for the Iron Tide. So we discussed and decided to have a meeting with Orcard to try to get the dagger and not have to kill all his men. The rest of the army doesn't know, only George, I believe. And when we last left, we visited, and we were starting to have a discussion with Orchard.
Did Shock know about that? I don't think he did, but
He does not. Only George
only
knows
George.
of
Okay.
Who's currently visible in a tree somewhere behind us?
Yeah, who's currently hiding out, watching. Alright. Why are you still back? So you had approached Dorcard, I believe.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
started talking.
We started talking, and it actually went pretty well. If you can see our wonderful couple of persuasion rolls, 23 and 27.
Yeah, no, I remember that. So
Don't
it was
forget that.
Orcard.
And
I won't forget
yes,
that.
so
But
you
he did.
don't.
He did have some people with him, so let me make sure they're on the
Yeah, he
board in
did.
case this goes poorly.
So, yeah.
He had some captains. 1, 2, 3, 4. right.
Isn't I wonder anything like the strong? Is this the stronger devastator? Or is that just a regular devastator?
It is the stronger. Well, I mean, you don't know if he's stronger. It's the NPC one.
Yeah,
The
one that
named
you
that's
one.
what.
met.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
has a name.
just checking.
And same this hobgoblin in front is
Erdul.
Orkart himself.
Yeah,
Right.
this is
Yeah.
Orkard. That's Erdul. You don't know who the other four are. But yeah, so I think we left off mid conversation. I think
Yes.
you all had backed off to kind of discuss things, right?
Yes,
You
and
kinda
I think
huddled.
before we've done that, we suggested that guys, we want the dagger, and we are kind of discussing what would it take to actually get the dagger from them without any bloodshed,
Yeah.
because we know where this is going, and we were discussing potentially maybe after we finish our contract with Blackwater, we could have a contract with them, and that's where we actually left off.
Yeah. So you are all still kind of huddled. Are you done
Yeah.
talking, or did you want to discuss things more?
Maybe let's align once again. I think we discussed in the roleplay channel, but
But
All right,
let's have
sure.
a
Yeah.
quick
Why don't you have a quick?
one more chat, just so we're all completely on the same page.
Well, just a refresher. Yeah.
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 All right, who's starting?
I think that here, like, we really need to get the dagger from him without the fight. It's too much of an opportunity to do it right now. Otherwise, we'll just probably would have to fight all of them. We don't agree on this. And I suggest, yes, we ask for the dagger, and we promise that we may consider, after we are done with our current contract, we may consider finding him and looking for a contract with him.
What happens if he disagrees?
Well, then we can say that we have been very successful so far in trying to get the dagger from you, and we would continue. So we may end up with the dagger anyway, just with much more bloodshed.
So I'd like to lay out the quick facts. We've all been talking. I talked to each of you individually also quickly. And we all agree we want the dagger to complete the contract, okay? Because we're the contractors. So that's what we've all essentially come to, at least that agreement. Now, how we do it's a little iffy, right? A lot of us don't want to help the Iron Tide. But if we can kind of like, swoon some kind of little agreement so there's no bloodshed, you can maybe kind of do that route. Now, it obviously depends what it is, because we're not like, if they're like, go kill all the slaves, like, we're not going to do that kind of thing. So it really depends, right? So that's for the now. And then the quick outer rim is that we've all decided that we don't really trust or like Blackwater. Like I said, we want to complete the contract. And then after, we'll have to decide. This is for a later date, not right now, but we'll have to decide, like, either if we want to, attack Blackwater, do another contract with him.
We may have,
you know what I mean?
We may have like a bigger and a longer talk with Blackwater himself, because we haven't really had a chance to actually go into details with what he's doing and what he wants. Because when we all started, we were inexperienced. We just took the job. We didn't ask too much questions, and now I think we're in a position to get some clarification from him.
And I think we need to ask the Iron Tide what proof they have about Blackwater.
Yeah, that's
Good call.
definitely
So right now in this discussion, we'll just, whoever's talking with the persuasion or whatever, we want the dagger, slaves, then them leaving is like kind of dependent on contract and stuff. But basically, as long as they stop attacking is the main thing, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Those,
the slaves
I think
are not part of the contract or our contracts. You know what I'm saying?
right, but that's kind of like us being, like.
Yeah, that is us. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That's-
like, but that's if we are going to do a job for them, that's going to be one of the things that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we agree that those are pretty much the two main things, and then we'll just see how the talk goes.
Yep.
Good, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. We get out of the huddle.
All right.
We
so
come back.
Step back towards Orkard, who is patiently standing there with his arms crossed. He says, "Do you have a decision?"
Yeah, I think we pretty much agree. Nothing changed from what we initially agreed. Yeah, we want the dagger because that's what we're here for, and we want the dagger, and then we will leave, and we will leave you guys be. And if you promise to stop enslaving people, we will finish the contract, and we will consider we may come back and have a contract with you.
If you want us to leave, then how would you find us if you did decide to come back?
Well, you'll tell us where to search.
And I'm assuming if you don't wish us to take more slaves, I can agree to that. I'm assuming we can keep the ones we have, though.
Not really. At least I'm looking at my party members. You know, among our kind, the slavery is like a very big no-no. So this is a deal breaker, guys.
Give me a persuasion check.
I will
Go,
use
Copper.
inspiration on this one.
It's a big one. Let's go.
I will use inspiration.
Okay.
But
14. He says, "We will release the slaves we took from Chaur, but we are keeping our slaves, the ones we brought over from the Nazik."
sounds like we gotta take that for now, you guys.
Yeah.
Seems
Yeah,
fair.
Maybe think after about some. But anyways, we gotta take what we can for now.
He says,
We tried.
As for the dagger, he says, I suppose I could give it to you, but we are keeping all the other things that we found here. And we're going to continue digging here, looking for
That's a
more
deal.
treasures.
That's a deal. As you
I
said,
think
you
we're
need
fair with that.
you need to cover your losses, right?
Yes, just in
Alright.
case you all don't decide to come back and work with me, I will have no way of accessing the vault treasure that we were originally told we would be paid. So we
Right.
are going
I
to.
think we have a deal. And how was it in your area? And I try to just put the hand in front.
So he thinks for a moment and says, all right, we will stay here for the time being, as I said, continuing to dig. And he draws the dagger, which you can now see is an interesting looking curved blade. History might actually tell you something about it now that you can see it clearly.
I got proficiency. Let's see if I understand.
Oh. It is a 12th cycle style elven design, which is strange because all these runes are dwarven. It's a curved blade with several gems inlaid on the hilt. So he walks over, and as you put your hand out, he would hand you the dagger. He says, "The pact is made. I hope we can work together, but if not, we shall uphold our end of the bargain. I will send scouts to tell my people to leave Chaur alone and return to me for the time being. And we will release the prisoners we took from Chaur."
Yes, we will take them with us.
He says, "You are allies to us, but not to the greater tribe for the moment. We are not looking, or I will not have my scouts actively look for you, but if you are seen by the Iron Tide, they will attack. So don't be seen. I don't want to lose any more troops, and I can't openly be allies with you because of all the death you've caused among my people, who would cause too much upheaval in my group.
I understand.
But if we do decide to work together, I have a plan to make that work. But for now, just don't be seen."
If and when we decide to come back and work with you, how do we find you?
We will be here. In fact, I might send Iara with you, if that's all right. Just to keep an eye on things in town and make sure my men are behaving.
And whom?
Iara,
The drone.
the dark
Ah,
elf
that's
assassin, he says.
Yeah.
The one who
Will she
found
not?
you.
Yes.
Will she not cause turmoil in the town.
Well, it depends
Joe
if we
isn't
see her.
pretty.
She knows how to stay hidden, he says.
Yes,
She-
I'm assuming she's here somewhere.
he would actually
Okay,
kind of
as he says that,
motion
as he
his
said
head to
that.
the side, and you would see a dark elf woman's face come out of the shadows and smile, and then kind of fade back into the shadows.
I wave at the
As
tree.
she says that, I'm gonna pull out the button from my pocket. I'm gonna say, well, I mean, she should learn to, get rid of evidence.
So you hear a huff from the bushes as she walks out, comes over to you, snatches the button, and walks back into the bushes, disappearing again. I assume you're giving her the button as she comes over.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jorn is the master of burns.
Sick burn. All right. So he says, "Is there anything else left to discuss?" Then, chuckling a bit at Iara's indignance.
Oh, we will. Yeah, we let us show you where we want the slaves to be delivered,
Well,
so that we can pick them up.
they will escape during the night. I'm going to have Iara bring them to your camp.
Okay, then it's good. Then we will wait there, and we will be on our way.
Yes.
He nods. He says, "Good luck to you, and don't kill any more of my people if you can help it. You are
Yes.
formidable warriors. My hat's off to you." He gives you a salute.
Cheers.
All right. So with that, they are going to start making their way over this way, kind of through the mountains back to the north, along with Iara, who comes out of the bushes. She says, "I'll see you at your camp in several hours with the slaves."
Okay.
Yes. So let's go. I'll keep dagger for now.
Yes.
Everything all right? Everyone all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not to jinx it horribly, but that went very, very well.
Did.
It has.
We even managed to save a little bit extra slaves.
Yeah, you would get the feeling that he was under a lot of pressure from his people because of all the soldiers they were losing.
But we kind of gave him an opportunity to save face. Like, we didn't do any demands. We managed to bend it so that it is like his alliance decision and not here. So
He doesn't have to retreat. All he has to do is not expand.
exactly.
Yeah, which is kind of you would assume that's why he said, we're not leaving. So
Yeah. Okay.
So we are the ones leaving, so he might as well present it as a win.
yeah. All right. So what is the group gonna do?
Slowly head back. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Head back right now, or do you want to wait
Yeah.
and make it look like we saved the?
Like an
Because
accident.
if we go back, because if we come back now, and 2 hours later, the prisoners come back. I mean, it's gonna look weird. It's not gonna look weird, but how did they get free? But if we come back with the prisoner-ish, then that means we set them free.
It's fine.
Anyway.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
Are we trying to not make it seem like we just did a deal with them? Sorry if I missed that.
I don't know. Do we? I mean, we have the dagger. That's what matters, right?
I think
I don't
I
want.
would
Yeah,
say
and
we
we
have
made
the dagger, and making it as we have not made a deal with him, it's his problem, and it is in his interest. So I don't think we need to sweat about that.
We get the dagger, the slaves, and they're not going to attack. I don't think it's a bad thing if we tell someone that we made a deal.
Yeah.
It was it was beneficial for everyone. So
No, we will tell someone in Chaur, or it's not. It's not a secret that we've made a deal.
Oh. I think we
got the
should tell
dagger.
Shock first, though. We should go tell him.
Well,
what's going on.
let's get to the camp first.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're heading back, George would rejoin you.
George.
Yeah.
George.
Does anyone have a passive insight of 15 or higher?
What's the
Inside?
I think so.
An 11?
how'd you-
It's 10 plus 10
10
plus.
plus your
how
how much?
insight? Oh, no.
17 then.
All right, so with a 17, you get the feeling that George is a little miffed.
know what that
He's
means.
hiding it. He's angry. He's hiding it well, but he has a bit of a look of anger to him. He would just kind of nod and start walking with you.
You talk to him, or
I mean, he heard us that like we're planning to betray, you know.
Oh.
So
Well,
it's
no, all we said
understandable.
we'd consider working with them in order to ensure the release of extra slaves.
Yeah, but well, I mean, whatever. We can talk to George about it.
All right.
let's
So,
talk to him on the way back. George,
so are
mission
you?
success, eh?
So wait, did Morbreck? Are you
Yeah.
saying anything about him being angry? Because otherwise, none of you would know that. It would just
Yeah,
be.
sorry,
I would
sorry.
ask him what seems to be the problem.
So give me a persuasion check.
He hasn't persuaded him on anything yet.
Well, see how he reacts to being asked.
Besides
this.
money.
Opening up. He's
Yes,
got to open up with
more
his
break.
feelings.
Oh.
Yes, that was sick.
All right,
Minus
so
one.
he kind of pauses for a moment. And he says, as if he's kind of gathering his thoughts, he says, I'm just a little surprised by the direction that conversation took. If I'm honest, I thought you all were going to try. I thought this was a plan to lure Orcard out into the open so you could kill him.
I mean, you saw the men behind him. It wouldn't have been easy to kill, and you know, I don't think we could have, even if
Our
we wanted.
goal, our main goal was to get the dagger, and we got the dagger.
And our secondary goal is we stopped the attacks on the town. And our tertiary goal is we secured the release of the other slaves. So,
And do you plan to tell Blackwater and the rest of the town what happened?
Uh,
Why not? Why not?
Cricket.
What do you think? Why shouldn't we?
Oh no, I think you should. I just was curious if you were going to. This is
I don't see why not. We haven't done anything in secret. I think right now we haven't betrayed anyone. We
Yeah.
have made a deal.
yeah, we
in
saved
in
38
our
soldiers.
interest. We saved a bunch of soldiers. We freed a bunch of slaves. We got the promise to not attack Chaur anymore. We got the dagger from Blackwater. What else could we wish?
This is what about all the slaves that were taken, the lives that were ruined, the deaths, the soldiers that were killed. I feel like there's some vengeance owed to our people for the wrongs of the Iron Tide.
to be fair, we did
you know what they
bench
say.
a lot of their guys, and I hold up 50 ears in my hand.
Ugh.
They
You know-
did lose
you
a
know what
lot
they
of
say.
people, and I'm just being honest. If we would go with a direct confrontation with them, and we would have to involve the army, we would probably lose more people.
Give me a
So-
persuasion check from up to two of you who've been talking. I'll take the higher one.
Fuck. Oh, bro. He's got the +7. Come on.
Charisma.
got
I mean,
I
that's
got
what you get for
0.
being a source.
You got +1,
And-
so.
Anyone
Have
else?
Okay, doing it.
Oh,
yes! Suck it, George. Go.
All right.
That's what he
likes-
says.
Very-
He
Say it out
just
loud.
yells, "Suck it, George!" George is like, "Man, I respect that Minotaur. He keeps it real."
Yeah.
All right, so he just he seems kind of torn still, but kind of just nods. Says, "All right, you make some good points. It just is. This doesn't feel like a satisfying resolution to me."
Oh,
Hey,
definitely
George,
not.
you know, you've always been my favorite.
All right,
Don't lie. Do a deception check.
for full.
George, nobody.
No,
No, I just persuaded him as much as possibly. Like he know, you know. He believes me.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, of course.
So you would get back to the camp. You have your 7 soldiers there who are kind of keeping down and keeping quiet. They're happy to see you're back. One of them asks, "How did the meeting go? Were you able to figure anything out?" Or
It
Wait,
went,
who said anything
yeah.
about the meeting?
oh wait, did you
Yeah.
not tell them you were going to a meeting?
I don't
We
think
said
so.
we're gonna
I think
do
we
big.
only
We said
told George.
Oh, okay,
yeah, we-
sorry. Yeah, okay, so never mind. No, they're just probably asleep and on watch then. I got
Yeah.
confused then. All right, so yeah,
If,
no,
if they,
the guard just kind of nods to the group as they return from what they were doing.
I think if they ask where we've been, though, I'm like, I'm not trying to hide this, right? We can tell
Yeah,
someone if they
No,
ask.
they
like we
they
haven't.
if you didn't tell them about it, they wouldn't ask where you've been. They would just assume you were
Okay.
out doing whatever, like you always do.
All right.
So
I think we need to make it very clear right now. We haven't done anything bad. We
Yeah, I
haven't
know, that's what I'm
betrayed
saying.
anyone, so we have nothing to hide. So there is no reason for us to hide it from anyone. I think we need to be proud of what we achieved. So, like, okay,
Or
let's
I
not
just
brag.
believe that some
Let's not.
people would be upset because, like George was saying that we that they were hoping for maybe some more vengeance is all. So they
Oh,
just
then
might be a
some
little
people
upset.
would be
is
wrong,
all.
as
So you just
George
gotta be
was.
ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they're free to come out here and do it themselves.
yeah.
Well,
Or
they're
give
not.
us a contract and
because
then we'll do
that
it.
would-
Yeah.
well, they probably would have just been killed if they tried.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the night is going to pass without issue. About as expected, about 3 a.m., Iara would show up with a bunch of people, and at this point, the 7. Now they knew about Iara, though, right?
Nope, nobody
I think
did.
they were asleep the whole time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. All right. So yeah, as she shows up, I don't think anyone warned them about this, so they are going to draw their weapons and yell to wake everyone up. She kind of puts her hands up and says, "I do
Yeah.
not come for a fight, gentlemen."
Yeah, shoo. I will just calm them down and say, shoo. It's all planned. There is no.
Shoo, shoo, shoo. So
You're really trying to get hated.
they all look very confused. One of them says, "Is she returning the slaves? What happened? What's going on?"
Yes.
You
Made a
have.
deal
Going
with
home.
them.
We're going home.
You're
Mission
going home,
accomplished.
and you're going home.
Wait,
Alive.
We're all going home.
George says, "It's all right. We brokered a deal with the Iron Tide to get our people back." And he says, "They seem, and they like George seem a bit torn. Like, I didn't think it was possible." A couple of them seem happy. A couple of them seem angry. Give me another persuasion check, one of you. Probably Copper, because he was talking. Oh, good roll. So there's definitely tension as a couple of people are holding their crossbows a little bit more raised than you'd like them to be towards Iara. But luckily nothing happens. She would say, "Could I speak to the party in private?"
Sure.
And she
Yeah,
kind of
can.
looks at all these soldiers who are angrily holding their crossbows. So she would kind of take you all off to the side near behind, let's say, a grassy hill. She says, "I don't know if it's a good idea to tell everyone you brokered a deal with us." She says, "It might hurt your reputations in town. It might have been better to lie and say you drove us away or killed us. Or the Iron Tide, anyway."
Why? Why do you
Oh.
think so? Because the means is not relevant. The result is relevant. The result is that the attacks will stop, and we have the dagger, and we free the slaves. So the result is the same as if we would have killed all of them.
As I suppose
We just meant.
it's just the Nazic Empire and the Iron Tide are not seen very well by your people. Not looked on
The
very
Nazic
fondly.
Empire, sorry, again, Lou.
Yeah, it's the Empire. It's the Desert Empire, basically.
Okay, I think we can be a little bit more diplomatic here. Instead of saying that we brokered a deal, we can just say that we forced you to do all of that and retreat.
Sure, however you want to spin it, but I don't know if you
But
want
it
to.
is,
She says,
we
just as
don't
some
have to.
advice.
We will not be lying that we killed all of you and all of Irontide, because that would be a lie, and that's very slippery slope
Easily disprovable.
Yeah.
and easily
Yes.
disprovable. Like we haven't
Yeah, when
killed,
they see them again.
but we've done enough damage. Like I think, and this is absolutely 100% true. We have done enough damage to Irontide so that
So that
they
they wanna-
decided to retreat and accepted our basically like accepted our conditions and retreated.
Says it's probably a better story to spin. I don't think you should
Yeah.
tell your people that you made a deal with us. It would probably make your group look bad. But
Yeah,
just
I see
my
your point.
opinion.
I see your point.
Of course, you play it out however you think is best. But I brought the slaves, and I was told that I'm going to be traveling with you to keep an eye on things as well as make sure the hobgoblins that we sent south all return correctly without incident. So I'm going to go speak with the captains we have around your town, just in case.
Let's do this. So I think right now our biggest problem is the remaining slaves. Are they good enough to travel to the main army?
They do have to wait here a day or something again. Like,
They can travel, they just be slow because they're all very
all good.
tired. So
But
no
I think
rush anymore.
because right now we don't have to fear an ambush or like
Yeah.
no one is actively hunting us. I think we can afford to just travel slowly.
I agree. The other thing, Lou, do we think we'll be back in this area anytime soon? For any reason?
Well, that depends.
that
Depends
is
if
up
we
to
want
you.
to take.
But
If we
Because
want to
like,
take a contract.
because I want to see,
yeah.
I want to see Debbie again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she at this point would probably follow you, because I think
Oh
you.
my god, I have to go. I have to go get her then.
So you could probably get her and her cubs to
Okay.
follow you.
Do that because it's a slow walk. You said, right? Can I do
Yeah,
like
but where are we going to put them?
But yeah,
Don't
there is
worry
that
about
problem.
the semantics, okay? Just worry about
You're like a
getting
little
the
kid.
bear.
Follow me home, Mom. Can I keep
No,
it?
but
Like,
I'm gonna keep a squirrel in my room. It's a good idea.
we can't. We have an asset in the bear here. We know where it is in our bear storage area.
Yeah, but the
bear
thing is,
storage
what
area.
if Irontide
Orpal.
killed her?
Orpal.
Wait,
If you love
you all-
if
And
you
it was-
love her,
You
if
have
you
to
love
let her
her,
go.
let her go. You have to let her go if you
IR
love her.
says,
And-
"Wait, you have a bear somewhere?"
I have to say goodbye. No, I don't. Is she still here? I thought
Yeah,
she
IR
left.
Well,
is
yeah, she's
standing
coming with
right
us.
She's following us. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
no, she.
let me at least go see the bear. I'll go see it one more time at least.
Yeah.
I won't
I mean,
I
I'm
won't
sure-
make it follow us.
She says there are things that the Irontide needs done here that I'm sure Orcard would pay you, like that God's damn wyvern that keeps attacking us. And actually, a couple of chambers we excavated need to be explored. Our people we sent in were killed, so we haven't gone back in yet. So those, if you are interested in doing things here, since you just mentioned that, there are things that we could have done that we would pay you for. But I'm assuming you want to get your people back to the town.
Yes,
Yeah.
first we will do that.
Can
And she
we
nods.
talk away from this girl? Can she walk away from us? Go away.
She
Why?
sighs and
What's wrong?
she sighs and
Well, because we have
walks
we don't want to
about
talk like
50 feet away and crosses her
trying to-
arms, turning her back to the group.
I just in case I let something else slip. I was gonna say this would be a good way for us to get the other slaves. Maybe is if we can do these contracts with them for slaves. You know what I mean?
So she
You guys
would
think that's a good idea?
she would
Oh, she's gonna.
she would shout over her arm, "You know, if you do have a bear somewhere, you should probably tell the Irontide so they don't kill it by accident."
Exactly. That's what I said. That's
So
why I
I
said
go
bring
leave
her.
I don't know, like put a sign there.
Warning.
Yeah, I put a little sign up.
Warning
Foreful's
bear.
bear, please.
Stay away.
This is our bear, the contractors.
The contractor's bear, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I want to go see her. Like, that's what I want to do.
Fair enough.
Let's go with him. I don't want to let we're
Oh,
almost
no,
done.
you don't have
We
to
are
come.
almost done. I don't want him to go and then like be attacked by Wyvern or by some ogres or something when
You
he's
guys don't
alone.
have to come. It's fine. I'm just gonna leave her where she is.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
So
Then do it.
IR would come back after you're done talking and say, I'm not going to stay at your camp for the night just because I don't know if I trust your men, so I'll just see you in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
Fair
And
enough.
We will move in the morning.
yeah, she starts walking back to the north. You assume back towards the main base.
Okay, I get maybe having a bear and a bunch of its cubs following us is not ideal for other people around. I would at least like to go check on her, because last time we saw her, she was hurt. Check on her. Maybe we can help with that. Just,
No, we healed her,
really
right?
solidify our, bond. And then, make a little sign or something. We'll take off. Just quick. Just
Yeah, honestly,
solidify this bear.
I don't have anything against the bear, but think like, what is she gonna do when we arrived at Chaur? What are you gonna do with her? Give it to a circus, or what do you do?
Yes, so I understand. That's what I'm saying. That maybe having a bear and a bunch
You
of little
escaped
babies
from
following
the
us.
circus.
I know, so that's why I get it. So I just want to go make sure she's okay, and just really solidify it, make a sign, and then take off. So it'll be quick.
Fair.
It's a long walk for these prisoners. It's not like I'm not doing anything crazy. I won't bring her back.
Sure. Very mature of you, Foreful.
I'll let him go.
So as you go back to camp, the guards still seem to be a bit riled up. One of them says, "Contractors, please, you must tell us what's going on. Are we making deals with the Iron Tide?"
No, we are.
They wanted to broker a surrender.
Yes.
We've been hitting them too hard.
Give me, I guess deception or persuasion would work here. Because you're kind of being deceptive, but also persuasive. So one of those. Your choice.
How many of us can roll?
Or sorry, persuasion or deception, yeah. Did I say perception? Anyway, yeah, persuasion or deception. I'll say up to 2 of you.
Okay. I don't think I was talking actually, but I will try.
Oh.
Of course.
Alright, so yeah, they still seem a bit torn, but they're calming down a bit, and so one of them says, "So are they leaving? Are they leaving the area? Is everything taken care of?"
Not straight away, but they are pulling back from Chaur. They said they need time to move their people, but they have released all the people they've taken. They have given us the dagger, which was the reason of our expedition, and they have promised not to attack us and are pulling people back in the future.
Alright.
So,
So they still seem a little unsure, but you think you've at least calmed them down a bit, and they begrudgingly accept this. Still, kind of wanting vengeance. You would especially Morbreck, with your insight. You feel like they want to fight more, but understand where you're all coming from. So the group would go back to sleep. The night would pass without incident.
Holy fuck.
And
Too well, guys. I
Can I
think
do
there's a
something?
problem.
I wanted to do something right now.
sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
I wanted to do something during the night. Because
Sure. What do you want to do?
I just wanted to check the dagger that we got. I wanted to check if it was magical in any way, and how much would be the value of it. Like, how much?
Put it once over.
So, are you using detect magic?
No, I don't care what kind of magic. I just want to know if it feels like if it's magical at all.
I don't know if
Okay,
you
no,
have
I
the
get
power to just detect magic from feeling
I
it.
have, well, Arcana. I mean, I need detect magic to know if it's magical
Yes,
at all.
to know for sure
Fair
if
enough.
something is magical, you need detect magic. I mean, you would guess it is if this opens a vault and it is a very fancy looking dagger. You're 99% sure it's magical, but you would, to confirm it, you would have to use a spell.
So, because I was thinking maybe Morpro can use his domain to create another one. But yeah,
Yo.
maybe
Oh, like
not.
a copy of it? It's
Mm-hmm.
possible, but yeah, this
Holy
thing
shit.
is magical.
Yeah, it. Well,
Or, well,
exactly.
actually,
That's
you
why,
don't
like,
know that, so you assume it's
well,
magical.
okay, yeah, because I don't think you can make magical
Mm.
items, just non-magical item.
But I can create copies of keys.
Yeah,
Oh, hey.
yeah.
Who
But it's a dagger.
said it?
That's
Well,
a
it's
dagger.
it doesn't matter if it's a key.
Key to
Well,
a
Which
you
vault.
is
can create a
which is
dagger.
metal.
Said it.
Yeah.
Which I
I
You have to
mean,
let it happen,
you
Ellen.
could probably, if you have like blacksmithing tools, you could probably try to create a replica. Of
I have
this.
it. Can we help? Can I help him? A smith's
Why are we
tools. Is that
making
the
a
same
replica?
thing?
What's your intent?
So wait,
Why
are
do you
we?
want
So
to-
this is during the night. So you have no
I
way
just-
of
I just
knowing
wanted
for
to-
sure if it's magical, but you're
Yeah.
saying this in the morning to your friends. Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
this is after
I'm
me.
caught up. So it's morning time right
and-
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The long rest has happened. I'll press the button.
Yeah, you all would benefit from the long rest.
Alrighty, yo.
And then don't forget to remove temporary hit points for now. Those maximum hit points from 8.
Yep. Spend food, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
One day
spend
of
food,
rations.
thank you. All right. So we've slept. We got the dagger. We got the slaves.
Yeah, we just moved to Chaur. I don't see why.
Yeah.
Why
Let's. Well, should I go in the night then to make it more convenient, like for the timing to see the bear? Like, because I didn't need to long rest, kind of thing.
Well,
Well,
you still
I-
need to rest, or else you get
Oh.
exhaustion. But it would probably be better to go in the morning after you've slept. I mean, just because you don't need to benefit from a long rest, you still need to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go in the morning. Like it's not
Just a quick
that
thing.
we are-
I'm not doing anything
Yeah.
crazy, okay, guys? It seems like there's a lot of hate on this bear. I'm just quickly checking on my buddy, little
Alright.
Deborah.
There's no hate. No hate. No
So,
hate at all.
how are you
Hello,
going
baby.
to see the bear? Like, what path are you taking to get there?
Just walk right to it.
Like straight diagonal
it's
this
not-
way?
Let's try
I
to be
guess.
stealthy though. Let's not be seen though.
Let's,
Okay.
let's go as we've
Sure.
as we've always done. From here, here.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're
we'll
taking
go
the long way.
stealthy. Yeah, sure.
Alright, so, and are you going alone, or are you taking the whole group with you?
Anyone would like to come, they can.
I would come. I don't want this to end up with you getting ambushed or something. Like
Alright.
there is no benefit of we have to wait for you anyway. We might as well come.
Alright, so you're moving over to see the bear. Give me a d20 roll for events, someone.
The events we won.
Go, guy. Go.
You
Yeah.
Well,
That's your
it's still dangerous because most of the Iron Tide doesn't know about the agreement. So
All
it's not
roads.
like this area is completely... As he said, he couldn't tell them exactly what he's doing. Alright, yeah, so you make it over here, no issue. Your bear is happy to see you as usual. She would come out looking for food and sniffing and licking, and she's kind of...
Does she look hurt still?
She's healing up nicely. It looks like no one's come back to try to finish her off or anything.
Anyone have someone heal the bear a little more?
I mean,
Okay.
at this point, it's more exhaustion than hit points.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't need to make any more checks, like to solidify this.
So at this point, if you want to use downtime, you can try to actually train her to
Holy shit!
do other
that's
things.
so fucking cool, Lou.
But that would take like weeks of time to do. It's not something you could do in a day.
So we'll maybe worry about that. Maybe if we go somewhere else, I'll bring the bear. Like if we go to a big city or something.
we finish
now.
Wyverns and all of that if we come back here.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to check. I give Deborah a big hug. Oh, Deborah, a little scratch under her chin. Loves it, right? She loves it under there.
She's,
Give her whatever.
She's very happy to
Oh, yeah.
get
Does she let me,
snuggles
like...
from the Minotaur.
Of course. Does she let me close to, like, her kids?
She's probably a little apprehensive still, but she does let you go and pet the cubs.
Like,
Not
whoa.
anyone else, but she's comfortable enough with you now.
Oh my god. Yes. Alright, let's... Fuck. Not everyone knows. Let's leave a sign. Just in case.
In Hobgoblin. Oh wait, does anybody can anybody write Hobgoblin by any chance?
No.
Well, never mind then. I was gonna say because if you put in common, that might
I think a lot of them
not
speak
help.
common, though.
Yeah, I think they
Unless I'm
should.
mistaken.
Yeah, most of them that you... Well, you would assume... I mean, during battle they were talking Goblinoid, but you assume that was more just a tactic
Yeah.
to...
But, like, that one time we captured that guy, he talked common, like, no problem.
Yeah.
I think they usually took common. Yeah, they talk.
So... I'll draw on whatever. Yeah, just take out a little stuff. Write a big sign saying, like... Made a deal with what's the boss's name again?
Orcard.
Made a deal with Orcard. We're at peace now. Please leave.
No, we probably shouldn't write that down.
no.
Okay.
No.
Maybe not the peace part.
No,
I'm just trying to think
not
of
the
if
deal
deal
part.
with Orcard.
None of it. Just write beware, or like you can make it a pun. But like,
Bear.
So as you're doing this, yeah, I was gonna ask, what's the highest passive perception in the group? Is it 17 from Warbrack? 18.
Wow, that's
Jade heads.
so good.
Cade is a little bit higher. All right, so Cade, you would notice the bushes rustling as someone is walking up.
I will point it out to the group and warn them.
All right, so yeah, Cade kind of is like, "Hey guys," and you see someone emerge from the bushes. It is Ayara, and she bows. My apologies, I didn't mean to startle you.
Girl. Did you follow us?
She says, "Yeah, I've been following you since the morning."
Oh, that's nice.
And she says, "Is this your bear cave?"
yes.
This is my bear cave. Get a little like.
Wait, are you actually making a
offensive.
sign telling people not to go in it? I thought that was.
I
a
was
joke.
gonna.
No.
She says, "Why don't
We're talking him down.
look? Why don't I just
What do
talk
you mean?
to Orcard and
We
he'll
never
tell
go.
the hunters to stay away from this area."
That's a good point. Otherwise, he's gonna write something that would
We don't let him write things.
expose
I
Orcard.
mean, plus a sign
I
would
wouldn't do.
a sign would draw the hunters to the cave, because if they're trying to find meat,
Hunt the bear.
they're not
Yeah.
just going to respect some
And if-
random sign. She says.
Even if it says "be bear."
In any case, why don't I go let them know so we can keep your bear from
Yeah.
harm?
Very, very, very sweet of you.
She says, "Well, the idea of a minotaur hugging a bear is a little too cute even for me." And she says, "I'll meet you back at camp in a couple of hours."
Okay.
Let's do so.
All right,
Yeah,
so she takes
so-
off.
Say your goodbyes and let's move on.
Give her a little kiss.
All right, so you say your goodbyes to the bear, heading back.
I'm writing that in the notes, by the way.
What?
You
Orcal
write that.
kisses the bear.
Fair enough.
Bear. I love that.
All right, so it's probably about not two. It's probably about 2 hours. So it's probably about 9 a.m. at this point. Everyone looks like they're ready to go. The
Yep.
soldiers say, "We have everyone fed and ready to walk, though they are going to slow us down a bit. Hopefully that's not an issue."
Good.
Yes, we are not in a hurry this time. At least we are not. I think we've scared them enough, so they are not gonna hunt us.
He nods and says,
Well,
I sent
still,
I sent word to Shock and his army, he says I sent George to go speak with Shock and the army. So I'm assuming George is going to lead us when he gets back. He should be back soon. All right, so
let's
is
go.
everyone ready? All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about a half hour before George gets back, and he would start leading you towards the army.
Haven't seen this map in a long time, eh, guys? Holy shit.
Look, we're going
We've
back.
we've been in that Iron Tide lair area for fucking ever. How many days has it been there? Like an actual
At least a
A
week.
give or
week?
take.
Yeah, I think it's been about a week.
We've only been there for a week. Wow, I killed a lot of guys in a week, eh? Holy smokes!
Yeah, a lot of people died.
like-
I'm not happy about that. I'm very not happy about that.
And you did lose one of
You
your
did
friends.
participate, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we did lose.
We did lose
Fog.
Fog, yeah.
I did forget about that. It's been a long week.
And there's been some losses. All right. So
But some new friendships gained as well.
yeah, so you would meet up with Shock and his troops a couple of hours later after traveling. He says this should be an easy trip as we have an army with us. I don't think we're gonna have much problem.
Should we tell Shock what happened?
Unless he asked.
Shock is a
Shock,
part of the contractors.
Shock hears you say that, and he says, "I was informed by George of the events, so I know what's going on." George nods.
Let me ask how he feels about it. Hey, Shock, how do you feel about it? You okay with it? What's your thoughts?
The hobgoblins did kidnap someone important to him, so you know.
So, hang on one moment. Sorry. My wife just got back from the airport. She was taking a trip. So can we take a 5-minute break? I'm just gonna say hi to her and
Sure.
say
Okay.
welcome home.
Yeah, no
All right,
problem.
No.
I'll be right back. No.
Yeah.
You don't talk to your wife. Get the fuck out.
You're not allowed?
Not
Okay,
allowed.
I'm gonna be
All
right back
I'll
as well.
back,
Then.
yeah.
Tyler.
Yeah, bathroom and stretch, and I'll be right back.
Okie dokes.
Are we doing anything wrong? Guys, I feel like
Yeah.
everything we're doing is good, right? That's
I mean,
crazy.
technically, I mean, you know, we agreed to help the bad guys. So you know, what is
we haven't
but to be
helped
fair,
them
what is
with anything.
no?
If
That's the
anything,
plan.
we're coming up on top here. I don't see like we're doing our thing. They're not killing people anymore.
Yeah. And we have no
They're like-
obligation to come back. Even
Uh,
they even said that they have a contingency plan if we decide not to come back.
Yeah, but I don't think the contingency plan is a good thing.
Yeah,
Who knows
so
what that is?
we can always decide. I mean, no, I can't say that. I'm a good guy.
Come on,
Never mind.
guys. I think we like on the scale from 0 to 100. We are like 95. So yeah, probably we could have been 100, but come on. Like we need to take this.
Hey, I'm
we
not a
achieved,
numbers
like,
guy. Those are good numbers.
Yeah, like 100 is like 10 times your fingers. Or yeah, you have fingers.
Wait, how many
10
fingers does Minotaur have?
Hold on, let
You
me
have
count.
hoofs?
1,
Yeah.
2,
Too many.
3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, I lost count. Hold on.
Don't forget to count the fingers you're counting with.
It looks like I have 3 on each hand. My picture.
Okay.
Hey, is that what it looks
So
like?
you're like
I don't know.
Ninja Turtle?
I've never thought about that. Yeah, I guess. Let me do a research. I have no idea. Minotaur fingers.
I mean, I've always thought
Yeah, they
had
only
one.
got. Oh, look, they got 3 and like a little pink.
Okay, now you have now you have Minotaur fingers in your search history. Sorry about that.
Hey, yeah, don't tell my girlfriend. Yeah, they have 4.
Yeah, actually, they have 5. Take a look at this. I will.
I'll send you the one I see.
Yeah,
How
I'm
do you
guessing
know?
which. I'm
You
guessing
send that.
it depends on which Minotaur. You know,
So you
some
can choose.
Thanks.
At least I found the one where it's obviously. I'll throw it in the main chat. This one looks good.
Oh wow, mine. I've seen a bunch. Yeah, it's different everywhere. I see a whole
I
bunch of
guess it's
different.
as many as you wish.
Well, once I figure out how to count them, then I'll let you know how many I got.
Maybe you have hooves on both legs and hands.
So I just have like two, like just a small separation in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 4. We have 8. We have 8 fingers. I know that because I have one.
So it means that Minotaurs are counting base 8.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah.
Lou,
Oh,
how
Lou.
many
You
how many
probably
fingers
just
do Minotaurs have? We are
Really? I thought they
are
just had
arguing.
5, like everyone else.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
as
don't
well.
they have?
yeah, the truth. I think
We have.
from what I just googled, it's pretty much any option. There's so many different.
I just assumed they had 5 fingers, so.
I think yes. I think as well. I think
Oh,
they have
come on,
5.
guys. All right. Well, boom. I think we're buzzing right now. Actually, I think we're doing great.
Yeah, just don't just don't overthink it. We are doing great. We are going back for our payment with job well done. So let's not.
That's what I think.
So you hope.
So let's continue
Hey.
thinking that.
Alright. So it's going to be a 3-day journey from here to Chaur. I'm not going to... You're probably not going to have to worry too much about being attacked because you do have a huge army. Well, you have a small army with you. But
We do stuff on the way, or no? Does this count as downtime?
It could be, but I think it's just travel because there's not much you can do while on the road. I mean, I guess if you want to, was anyone learning languages from each other or anything?
Yes, I was teaching kite, I think.
So you can put 3 more days towards that downtime project. It's not much, but yeah, it would probably help.
Welcome.
So that's fine. Is anyone else doing anything while they're traveling?
I'll continue working on my book about intricate details of humanoid societies and their diplomatic relationships.
Alright, yeah, sure, you can put 3 days towards that.
I was wondering, Luke I'd have to ask. I think it's Yorn who can make potions. I would still like a healing potion. Can he make that en route, or can I? Is he able to do it? And then can I ask him after if he's?
I believe a healing potion takes 1 day to create. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that while you're moving. You probably have to be stationary.
Then no problem.
And I'm out of battles. I'm out of.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So the only thing is you each have to spend 3 days worth of food for the journey. So as long
If anyone
as you
runs out, there's some in the party if you guys need.
Alright, so we'll pass the time. 3 days goes pretty quickly. As you're walking...
Oh, I just got back, sorry.
No
What I
worries.
miss?
Nothing. It was a quick journey. 3 days passed, so spend 3 days with 3 days of food.
I taught you 3 more days of giant.
Yeah, so both of
Really?
you spend 3 days on downtime. I assume you're learning giant kite.
Yes, I'm being I'm being taught giant, and I'm paying attention.
Okay.
You are learning giant, is what that means. Yes.
I mean, do you want
I'm-
to? I mean, it's up to you. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
it's fine. It's just it was just funny the other day where everyone else had the downtime thing to do.
He's teaching him giant whether he wants it or not.
Yeah.
Just forcing it.
He said he wants it.
So,
Yeah, right. Yeah, you forced.
as you're walking, Shock would kind of bring the party aside and say, so I've heard different things about what happened. The guards seem to be under the impression that we've forced a surrender from them, but I was told by George that we actually made an agreement with them. The Iron Tide, that is.
Oh.
And I was just wanted to hear from you all what actually happened.
We've made an agreement which was equal to a surrender from their side. We've done enough damage to them, so they had to accept our terms. They gave us the dagger, they freed the slave, and they promised not to attack Chaur anymore. What else could we wish? So that's an equivalent of a surrender, in my book.
He says, well, it doesn't seem like George sees it that way. I don't know who else he's told besides me, but I don't think he sees it as a surrender. Or at least that's not how he's. At least that's not how he was telling it to me. So
Persuaded him.
well, you may not have fully persuaded him then. I just
But
wanted to let you
why
know.
do you think? Like tell us what are we missing? Why do you think it's not a surrender? What is?
He says, well, you don't have to convince me. I'm just saying George doesn't see it that way from what he's told me. And some of the troops, I think he's more saying it like we bowed down to their demands.
Oh, come on.
We
they
were
gave us
kicking
everything.
ass.
Even though we got everything we wanted.
Yeah, we got everything
Yeah.
we wanted. We killed a lot of them.
Did they not? Did they want to go die?
Well,
it looks like.
from what George said, you made demands, but they made counter demands, and we basically bowed to everything they asked from us. Not giving us back all the slaves. He says not actually leaving their lair that they made there. That, like I said, I am with all of you, but I'm just letting you know that
whatever.
George might not be fully on board with the story you spun.
Honestly, like our goal was to get the dagger, and the fact that we even got a deal of freeing part of the slaves and
Well, everyone from the
them
village.
promising not to attack Chaur anymore. That's already on top of our agreement. Like we went there to get the dagger.
He says, well,
Mostly.
I'll just warn you that George is one of Blackwater's people, so I'm guessing he's going to give Blackwater
shit.
his account, not
Fine,
not yours.
fine. Like we get the dagger. That's what he was. That's what he was paying us for.
He nods. He says, I just thought I'd let you know what I
Yeah,
was hearing.
fine.
Thank you, Shock.
If Blackwater has a problem with it, maybe he could explain himself a few things. But
Let's
it's
go
fine.
see him right now. Let's go walk right into his shitty manor. Go talk to his
Oh, well,
bastard right now.
this is in the middle of the trip. You're not back
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah.
I was looking at
But
the map.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to do something with George before you got back, so I was giving you the, just letting you know what George was saying.
We can't
hate
make him
George.
disappear, right? That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Did
Sadly,
you say
I
that
would
in
like
front
that.
of Shock? Shock's like, what do you mean make him disappear?
Oh, he's kidding.
He means invisibility spell.
Yeah, I did it before. He didn't like it when we went to the meeting.
He
And
just
I
gives you a look. He says, I was more thinking convince him maybe of your way of seeing things, but it's up to you all how you wish to approach this.
But this doesn't matter because we will tell Blackwater the same thing that we told George, and the same thing that we just told you. So if George is going to tell Blackwater something ahead of time, and we will tell the same thing. So it's just like he feels differently about it, but facts are still the facts. So we will still be telling the same facts.
All right. So, do you want to actually approach George or do anything before you get back to Chaur, or should I just continue the journey?
Probably I would talk to him just to once again to try to not convince, but just to I would try to explain him that come on, like if you are interested in Chaur's safety, in people's safety, and in us finishing the job for Blackwater, that's what we have done. We have done, and we saved a lot of people from your army.
Are you approaching him alone or with the group on this?
I would not like if the group wants to come. I would.
Okay.
I've given up on him. We've explained it to him twice, and he's still being obtuse.
So give me an insight check. Okay. Give me a persuasion check. Okay. So you come and talk to him. He basically says, I'm not arguing that we didn't win. I just am trying to be honest with everyone as to our methods. He says, I agree. We did get what we needed, and it was a victory.
Yes. We came to our negotiation from the position of power, meaning that we demanded them hand us the dagger, like the whole reason of us being there. And the fact that we just didn't want to fight them and to risk any more lives.
So he looks kind of curiously and says, so why are we still talking about this? Is there an issue?
I feel like you are not satisfied with the outcome, and I cannot understand why, and I'm trying to understand your position. And right now I'm not, I feel this tension inside of you, and I cannot understand where it's coming from.
Since I'm satisfied to the extent that the town is safe, I'm not the happiest as to how we came about it, but you are all the ones who are in charge, so I bow to your methods. He says, I'm fine with how things are.
Okay, but then let's close this topic and let's get to it when we are in Chaur.
Alright, so as I said, the trip is pretty smooth. You spend your 3 days of food making it back to Chaur. You would approach from the... I assume there's nothing you want to do before going back into the town?
No,
Okay.
at least not me.
So you would approach from the north, coming in. As you do, you see the gates are all closed. The guards are keeping an eye out. As they see you, they say, did you have Contractors as your name back when you were in town? Or did you? Okay, so
Yes.
he would say, the Contractors approach, open the gates. And a bunch of guards scramble to get the gates open. The troops and the mercenaries all come back in. And they immediately are going to head towards the Blackwater estate, but the guards would kind of take you all off to the side, and one of them would basically ask you about what happened. I assume you're going to kind of tell him the story that you told of you forcing a surrender, and do you tell them...
Not to the guard, like I don't think that we need to tell it to the guard.
Okay, so what story are you giving the guards if they're asking about things?
We are back. We are back from our mission. We have 50 plus hobgoblineers. We are here to cash it in. I don't think that we need
So you're
to
just
explain
not really
ourselves
gonna-
to the guard.
You're not really going to answer the
yes.
questions if they ask about it?
Is there?
We're back in victory.
Is he
Yeah.
really asking for details of our operation, like a guard?
I mean, so he basically just asked what happened. Are we safe?
We are successful. Yes, we have been fairly successful.
Ironside won't be attacking anymore.
And Ironside won't be attacking us anymore.
Oh, that is... give me a persuasion check. And he says, that is splendid news. Yes, we've noticed over the last day or so that the attacks seem to have lessened. We haven't had any issues recently, so I'm guessing that's because of what you did up north. So are the Iron Tide in retreat? Have you driven them away? Or he would say the Hobgoblins. He has another name. So are the Hobgoblins in retreat? Have you driven them from this
Not
place?
Not yet. They
They're
will
pulling back.
eventually.
But they are pulling back from the town.
All right.
They are pulling back from the town.
Give me another persuasion check.
Okay, we gotta stop
Oh.
making these. Yes.
So he nods. He says, "Oh well, it's good to hear that the town is safer now. I'm sorry, I'm keeping you. I'm sure you're all extremely tired. Go ahead, go and rest. Welcome back to the city, heroes. It's
Go
very
talk.
good to see you."
Yeah, I
thank you.
would go straight to Blackwater.
Let's go right to him. I think right now.
All right.
We're not even taking the road. We're gonna cross. this.
Just right through the
Just
field.
on the mall, on the lawn. Yeah.
Yeah, Yorn or Kite. You guys okay with that?
Alright.
I wanted to go do
So you
Well,
would
I guess
see when you get there, there are a bunch of troops and slaves or
I
former
wanted to break
slaves.
away and do something else.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Well, just while this is happening, I was
Sure.
going to go. Yeah, I just wanted to go because we still got those things to identify. So I was going to go see if we could find a power so I could do that this evening.
We can go later
well,
if you want.
So yeah, are you
What time is
breaking
it?
away from the group, or are you like you going
Yeah,
somewhere?
because I just don't. I'm just going to like mill around away from the Blackwater Estate. I don't really want to go there.
Oh, so you're
because,
just staying outside, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's fine.
And before
Yeah,
before Cut leaves, and I look and I say, "See you soon in Giant," and then I want him to repeat, and then you repeat it.
All right. So yeah, Kite
Perfect.
Kite goes kind of well. He stays back as the group approaches. In the area of the Blackwater Estate, you would see the troops sort of speaking with some of the mercenaries there. You see one of the. Let me see. Have you met this guy before?
Did we have any mercenaries
Yes,
besides
you have,
George
alright.
from Blackwater with me?
So you would see Father
so.
Duval. Well, you had the armies, or the army of 50 and Shock, but you see
That
Father.
was from Blackwater. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well, where'd you think the army came from?
Thought it was like Chaur's army. My bad.
No, Chaur doesn't have any.
Okay.
Doesn't have that
Sorry.
many people. So
Got
you
it.
see Father Duval healing a bunch of the slaves a little bit, just helping them recover some of their endurance. He would give the group a nod and say, "Heroes, the Contractors!" And a bunch of people go, "Huzzah!" And he walks over, smiles, trying to shake all of your hands. He says, "Well done, friends. Well done indeed."
Thanks, Greg.
I'm sure that Blackwater is waiting to speak with you, but I just wanted to say that you've done good this day. Bringing these people home, you've made many families happy.
It was nothing.
He nods and
It was a bit of an effort. Not nothing.
not nothing. All right.
Okay.
Well, I will speak to you all later, as I'm sure you have business. It's good to see you all back. So I assume the group is going inside the Blackwater Estate. The guards would let you in, escort you into the main hall, where you get a standing applause from all the mercenaries there as you enter. Lord Blackwater is walking over towards you with a smile on his face, and he says, the Contractors. Just the people I wanted to speak to. He says, your group seems different from last we spoke. Where are the others?
Yeah, it was
Lost a friend.
unfortunate. We suffered a bit of casualties.
I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But
thanks for sending Kate to us.
Oh yes, I was told of Kate coming here. I'm sorry I couldn't meet you in person, my friend. But your contract is still valid. I do intend to pay you for your services. I'm glad you found them all right.
I did. No trouble at all. Thank you.
Excellent. So, I assume from what I heard that you were able to secure the dagger.
Yes, we did. And I will hand it to him, handle first.
All right. So he takes it, seeming very pleased. He says, yes, here it is. Thank you, all of you. You've done a great service for me as well as the town. And of course, as promised, and he kind of motions to a large sack off to the side. He says, 1,000 gold pieces for your group. And I threw in a little extra, just to show my appreciation.
A tip.
So you would count
Do we
it...
wanna...
Or go ahead.
You say, do we want to talk to him more, like in private?
Yeah, I think I would like to actually talk to him privately about the whole situation and to see where we go from here.
So, do you say that?
Yeah, I think let's see, like after he
The
pays us.
celebration.
Yeah.
After the
So
After the
the
official
group
part.
Money in our
receives
pockets.
1,200 gold pieces to split amongst you, which is I think 200 each, right?
Mhm.
So you
Yeah,
each get. Yeah. Go
don't
ahead.
count me into the split.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Don't count me into the split.
No?
It's gonna
Oh,
be my
because
last
you're.
session with you guys, so I
Oh
don't
well, I
see
mean,
him.
your character would probably still want to get paid. I mean,
Yeah,
even if
let's
you're,
let's.
it would
Okay.
be
Well,
fair
All
that
right.
he would get some of the gold, even if
from
I know you're stepping out, but yeah.
well, but counterpoint, he was hired by Blackwater before that. He
All
might
right,
have already
sure.
gotten paid, and we
Sure.
don't know.
We could say sure. We could say maybe Blackwater pays Cade something off to the side. And yeah, you all the five of you can split the 1,200 then.
We get 240 each.
Because technically,
Yo.
Cade did come in kind of after the deal was made, so yeah, I guess that would make sense. So yeah,
Hmm.
Cade, you would see Blackwater hand Cade like his own little pouch of gold, which just in case you want to keep it on your sheet is an extra 100 gold pieces.
Gotcha.
So yes, he says actually I would like to speak to you because I do have a couple of lucrative possibilities for your group now that I know you are
And,
skillful.
yes, well, this would be highly
At least,
interested. And I turn
at
to the
least
group.
chat.
Do we want to talk to him now, or shall we just kind of have a bit of a rest, do something, and then talk like at the dinner in the evening? Or
I think we should at least talk to him. Maybe not agree on anything right now. Just get all the details.
yeah,
Then we can
Then
at least
mull it
include
over.
Kite, and then we can let Kite in on the decision making here, and we'll have
okay.
it. Yeah, we'll have a chat.
But yeah, but then let's talk. Let's talk to Blackwater, and we also have some questions to him. So
Of
it's not
course.
always. Yeah, we
Uh,
also.
yeah, of course. Why don't we retire to my private study for a short chat, and yeah, we can go from there. And he sheathes the dagger in his belt. So he would take you off to the side where there's a kind of a small room. Well, not too small. It's still pretty big, but it has a desk in it. He invites you all to sit down as he goes and sits behind his desk, and he would say, why don't you all go first? I sense that there is something you wish to ask me."
Hey, first of all, um, well, we have been looking into it for quite a while, so, um, and we during our mission we found out some information from Irontide, and specifically that you have been working together initially, and they claim that you haven't upheld your end of the bargain. So we want to listen your part of the story because for now we only heard theirs.
He says, "Yes, I heard you spoke to the Iron Tide, and you notice his voice has changed a bit now that he's not out in public. Give me an insight check, Morbrick. Actually, anyone who wants can give me an insight check." Oh,
Oh,
22.
you clicked.
Wait, you clicked
Well, I
twice. So
think you
Oh,
clicked it
no,
twice.
17. Yeah.
17. So yeah, you get the feeling maybe he's a little bit annoyed, not to the point where he's like angry at the group, but maybe a little bit annoyed that you actually spoke to the Iron Tide.
He's not the only one.
He would say, "Yes, I did initially bring the Iron Tide as well as the Blood Hand to Chaur, as I needed their expertise for what I was planning. But as he probably told you, things went sour in the Alliance, and it didn't go well. We ended up parting ways. The Iron Tide felt slighted, and of course, being the brutes they were, they attacked the poor innocent city of Chaur. It was not in my intention for that to happen.
Can we make like a insight check, see if he's lying, or
So
does that work?
with your current insight checks, yeah, I don't think any of you would have reason to disbelieve that. He doesn't sound like he's being deceptive.
because they told us that he betrayed them, and he's telling us they just kind of parted ways. So I'm wondering if
Well, he seems to he's claiming. Sorry, I forgot what I just said, but I think he's
That
claiming
they've
more that
been slighted.
yeah, that they felt slighted. Yeah, and you don't think he's lying, same as you didn't think
Just
Orcard was
being more
lying.
diplomatic.
Yeah. There may have been, I mean, you're starting to get the sense that there may have been some sort of misunderstanding between the two groups or the three groups. You're not even sure what part the Blood Hand had to play in all this. He says, regardless, things did not go well. The town was attacked, and that's where you all came in. Unfortunately, you failed to protect the dagger on its way over here, which meant I had to send you all to retrieve it. But everything is fine now, as you all have proved to be quite capable, and you got it back for me. And I would like to possibly bring you in on future missions, as, well, what exactly did Orcard tell you about our alliance and its purpose?
I look at the group. Silently, like, should we tell him?
Some crickets.
In a way.
Cricket.
Well, let's just say that it
What?
seems like he seems to believe it is your fault for all of this,
No,
for him needing to take the dagger.
Yes, of course he feels that way. I more meant, did he tell you why the dagger is significant? Or anything about what I initially was trying to accomplish by gathering it?
Yes, we do know what it's for.
Yes. We know about the vault.
Ah, so he did tell you.
Not only him. Like this, I think this is common knowledge already. Bloody Hand is speaking about this.
Well, I wasn't sure what everyone told you, but yes, the dagger is one of 3 keys needed to unlock an ancient vault below Issyk. It's a... Sorry, one moment. I want to make sure I get these names right. I just realized I don't have the name in this game for some reason. So about several thousand years ago, during the last cycle, the 12th cycle, the Tharian Empire had been flourishing. It was a dwarven empire of quite some renown that employed powerful rune masters to create very potent magics, and it was rumored that this empire had discovered ancient technology from a long-lost city, one that existed before the flames of the Cataclysm. Do any of you have history?
I do.
Give me a history check. You might know something about all of this. He says the city's name was Nightweather, and the magics of Nightweather date back to before the start of the cycles. The magics that exist there are extremely powerful, unlike anything we have ever seen in our lifetimes. And I believe this vault contains some of these magics. Locked away by the Tharian Empire for study, but of course the Cataclysm happened, wiping them out, but the vault remains. I believe that the way to open the vault is through the employment of these 3 items. The Dagger of Asiok, the ring, and he kind of shows you a ring on his finger, and he says, Sorry, one moment. The dagger, the ring, and the amulet, which unfortunately the blood hand currently possess. He says, I'm trying to gain all three of these. We once had all three of them, but then through the misunderstandings, they were split up between our factions. But once I regain all three, I can resume my quest to the vault and unlocking these powerful magics of the past. I'm only telling you all this because I feel that you are competent. Showing your power to be able to get this back for me, I want you to join me in this and share in the rewards. I feel like I have a much higher chance of success with the contractors backing me.
What do you have to gain from the vault?
He says,
Do you know
The
about
magics?
yeah, these magical items from Nightweather. Specifically, no, I don't know what's in there, but I know the dwarves locked away very potent magical artifacts. I don't know much about what they are, though. Give me an insight check on that.
Nope, that's medicine.
more, right?
Alright, so Morbrick, you don't know if you fully believe that. You think,
This was medicine. You mean 15? Yeah.
well, 15 becomes a 17 because it uses your passive, so you can't roll below 17. But with the 17, yeah, you don't know if you fully believe that, Morbrick.
Gotcha.
You think that he might be lying about that.
How do you plan to get the amulet? Now that you have a dagger.
He says, well, I'm still working on that, but I'm guessing it's going to involve dealing with Cithril and her people in one way or another. I actually do have a plan that I have in place, but now that I have you as a well, before I go any further, are you planning on working with me before I start explaining my plans to you?
We discuss it with our group.
Well,
So he says, yes, of course. Why don't you take the evening? I'm sure you're all tired. Rest, discuss it, and let me know what you plan to do. And if you plan to work with me, I will tell you my plans on how we're going to get the amulet and what your involvement will be.
What will we be getting for working with you?
Well, I could give you gold if that's what you wish. I would have to see what exactly I'd have. He says, I would come up with a price, but I assure you I will not scrounge on the gold. You will be well paid for your skills. You can ask any of my mercenaries. I take care of them.
Good to know.
We shall discuss prices if you decide to work with me. Because then we will discuss what the actual jobs will be.
Okay. Do you guys have any more questions for now?
I think we need to sleep on it and then actually come to him with fresher mind and after talking to each other.
I agree.
He says, yes, take some time. Why don't we say meet back here tomorrow for lunch?
Yeah.
All right.
At your place?
Yes, come. You can come back here. I'll have my cooks make up something tasty. Again, thank you for all your help, and I hope we can do more business in the future. He bows and once again shakes all of your hands.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, so
Okay.
the group heads out. Where is the group heading out to?
Let's go get Kite.
Kite, who's hanging out over here.
Maplewood?
What time is it? Ish?
I think
Like, is it
Maplewood.
morning?
It is currently about, we'll say, 11, close to the afternoon.
What should we do, guys? We should. So, what do we
have
have
the
to do?
ears.
Do Okay, yeah, we have to go talk to the mayor. Need to identify a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
And is that it, pretty much?
Get the pearl for
We have the
Kite.
slaves.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to.
I
Turn
think they're being.
All slaves are free to go and do whatever they like.
Yeah.
I don't think we...
As we former slaves.
Slaves, yeah. The ex-slaves can go do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I kind of want to see what these weapons are, so let's do that first. You guys agree? That's kind of fun. Let's go do
Yeah,
that.
we need to find a way to identify all of that, and I think for that we just need a pearl. And I look at
Yes,
Kite, right?
Yes, and I think there is. We can go to the same. You may not like this, but we're going back to the shop where you got stuck.
Where the guy was examining you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ah,
Kinda-
fine.
But this time we
I know
actually
how
have
we
the
can get a.
cash.
What kind of
I
creepy
know how we
jewel
can get a
keeper?
couple pearls for free.
I'm already over it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So
behind me.
it's behind
That was younger me who made mistakes.
All right. Well, I'll say you actually there are a couple of jewel crafters in the market now. It seems another caravan came in. Or wait, no, sorry, never mind. I thought it was no. There's okay. So no, there's just the one jewel crafter still, because yeah, it was only recently that the roads became clear. So you go and speak with him. He is happy to see Copper and Yorn again. He welcomes you to the stall and says, "What can I do for you, gentlemen?" And Warforged.
We're looking.
Well,
He's
sir,
talking
we'd
about
like-
you.
Yeah, about me, Yorn. Of course, my fellow human.
You're not human.
I'm just pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your
So-
human leg, Yorn.
So he does have pearls for sale.
Yes.
How much?
All right, so
Well,
if you're going, so you have to buy the specific quality one. So he would be selling it for probably about 110 gold pieces
Each?
for a pearl.
Yeah.
For the pearl you need for the spell.
Oh, it
It doesn't
not,
consume it doesn't consume it when you cast the spell. You just have to.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, who needs it? Yorn?
Not me.
Kite.
No, I think it.
Yeah.
It's Kite? You can
Kite
take it out
needs
at the party. You guys cool with that? We got 120 in there.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the
Yeah.
initial idea that this is something for every one of us. So
Now is
we don't
that
have-
is that including? So you have the 1200 in there right now. You didn't split it
No,
up.
we
we split
we
it already.
split that up,
Alright.
240 each,
Yeah.
and in the party, I guess this is just from looting. I guess
Random
there's
loot,
127 in there. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
old world gold or normal gold?
It's just regular gold.
That's
Okay.
It's
what
just
you were.
Yeah.
All right, I
That's
wasn't
what
sure
you
where
were
you got
saying.
it.
I think we just
We've
got
been
it off
cutting it-
hobgoblins and stuff. Yeah.
I think we got it from different places, and usually we were just if it was too little to split, we just were putting it into the common stash.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, if you want to take it from there, go ahead and minus 110. You pass it over to him, and
I would- I would.
Wait, we
I
gotta
would
bargain.
also
We wanna
take
bargain,
a look.
yeah.
I would take a look because I do have jeweler's tools proficiency, so I know things or like thing or two about jewelry and all of that. So I would try to haggle with him a little bit, just point at some flaws, tell him that no, this it's not worth 110,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
worth 100. So I just
Uh,
want to put it down a little bit.
yeah, that's fine. Give me a persuasion check.
Can I help him since I have proficiency with it as well?
Sure. So yeah, you two are persuading. Go ahead and make a roll as well.
Let's go, Cade.
You
Let's
want
go.
Me to roll or give him advantage?
You would just roll and I take the higher. That's how I usually do
Okay.
assisting.
On
Big money.
21.
And 20.
Okay. So yeah, you two argue. He is a little bit. I mean, he's not happy, but he does realize that he probably can't sell this to most people because this is a lot of money. And you bargain him down to 105 gold pieces. Unless you
5
want to
gold
keep,
left.
unless you want to keep arguing and try to get it lower.
I think it's enough. Like I don't want to. he needs to make a profit anyway. Like we will have, he's the only jeweler here, so we will have to work with him.
Yeah.
At least for now, yeah,
Alright.
because
Yeah,
the roads are open, so
105.
more may come in with the new caravans. Once,
Maybe when more competition is
Yeah.
here, he will drop the prices.
yeah.
So
Alright.
105 taken from party treasure.
Yeah.
Whoever wants the pearl, it's yours.
So you get the pearl, and yes, this is the type of pearl you would need to cast your spell.
Yes.
And how does it work? Is it 10 minutes per item? So 10 minutes,
Yes.
one cast of identify and one item. So yes, I think Kite can
20 minutes?
spend
Yeah.
an evening just identifying all we have, like including
yeah.
potions
Easily,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And the bag as well.
The bag, potions, bow,
Oh yeah.
all different.
Amazing.
Like we have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you doing that right
And
now?
I before
Just sitting
time is
down
it?
in the middle of the market. So as you're doing this, actually a crowd is starting to form around you, and people are starting to come up to you, like to shake your hand. A bunch of people are asking about what happened out there, and there's a couple of cheers for the contractors. The gem merchant says, "Oh, you all are becoming quite famous in the town."
Yeah.
Do you want to engage
Yeah.
these people, or are you just going to kind of brush them off and keep going?
I can if you guys want to go. I'm like kind of the entertainer, right? If you guys want
Oh
to like.
yeah. Oh, we haven't had bagpipes in so long.
Haven't had a bagpipe in so long. If you guys like want to go do that stuff or whatever, like I can entertain these people.
Maybe you tell them that you'll be giving
Yeah.
a concert in Maplewood Inn this evening.
Okay, boom. A
They will
story
walk
concert, yeah, of our tales of heroic deeds will be told by yours truly, Forful, at
If you can
the
just write it
Maplewood
down,
Inn.
I'll proofread it so you don't say it. Just cause
Alright.
panic.
Give me
Yeah, 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 yeah.
persuasion or performance as you're talking to these people.
Performance. Let's fucking go. Barabo.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
on,
so
you
there's
are
a
good
bunch
at
of
that.
clapping and cheers as you start to hint at the amazing journeys of the contractors and their battles with the. Are you gonna kind of make the Iron Tide into the bad guys in this story, or how are you gonna
Of
spin it?
course.
All right,
Of
so the
course.
evil Iron Tide and their
Evil.
terrible minions, and there's a bunch of like oohs and ahs as they begin clapping, and they say, "Yes, one of them's like, we shall definitely come see you at the Maplewood Inn tonight. To the heroes, the contractors, huzzah!" And there's a bunch of
Huzzah.
more cheers and claps as the crowd starts to disperse a little. So what is the group gonna do?
So, should we just go talk to the mayor first, or should we do the identifying first?
I think we can do identifying afterwards. I think we need to go to the Maplewood Inn and just wait there until the evening, until the concert, and between the concert and us arriving there, we can identify.
Well, we gotta go talk to the mayor, like let her know what we did, the ears, stuff
of
like
course.
that.
We
no?
need to cash in
Yeah.
the remaining stuff. Yeah.
Well, let's
Probably.
go to the town hall then, I
tell her,
guess.
Okay.
yeah, tell her that probably the hobgoblins won't show up anymore.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll see maybe we could talk to her about Blackwater, see if she has any like input, or if you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach the town hall, there's a couple of guards out front. They would see you, and a couple of the other guards in the area start to clap. The contractors, yes.
Yes, that's us. Yes.
Come in. I'm sure the mayor. Well, is she here right now? Oh, she's not here right now. All right. The mayor is currently busy, but I'm assuming you're here about the rewards.
Oh yeah, mostly.
All right. Well, let's see the bag you have. Well, let's see the ears you have.
Oh, gross.
Let's see his
We
face.
have a bag of ears. How does it smell? We have
Not good.
50 ears with us, of assorted ears.
50, I believe.
All
I
right.
have 0.
So he takes it from you. He hands it to some younger-looking guard. He says, "Friend, go count these up and get the gold."
You're not even slightly impressed.
The no, he definitely seems impressed. But he's
Yeah,
Yeah,
At least 50 hobgoblins we killed.
yeah. So
We killed way more. We killed way.
No, that's what I'm
50.
saying.
Yeah, we had
at
to run.
least.
There was an ogre.
Yeah.
You want to start telling them about what happened?
Well, no, we
Oh
saved the
no,
performance.
it's fine. We were just reminiscing ourselves.
Oh no!
you know.
Hand
see if I
out
can
hand
write that.
out papers for tonight's performance at the Maplewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we get 50 gold?
So the guy goes to count the ears. A short time later, he would come back with a disgusted look on his face, looking a bit nauseous, and a small sack filled with jingly coins, which he hands to the group. Which is
Should I just?
It's 50. It's however many years you had. It'd be 1 gold for each.
We had 50. Should I just put it in the party, guys, or
Yeah.
do you want us?
Yeah, that's
let's
fine.
keep it in the party loot.
So ears off, in the loot. Okay.
I
Good
know.
there.
When I spoke with the mayor earlier in the day, we had heard that you and your group returned. I believe she does wish to speak with you. I don't know where she is right now, though. But if you come back later, I think she'll be around.
You may come look at Fortfall today in Maplewood. Then.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm quite the sight.
well, I will let her know that the group is there.
You.
The mayor comes to us.
Yeah.
We've come up
Or
with this
before
in
we
as our
go-
headquarters. It's very fun.
Yeah.
All right. So what does the group want to do?
Before we go to the Maplewood Inn, I would like to drop by our retired wizard Doru Swiftman and check
same.
if I got my paperwork, because before we left he promised to arrange casting paperwork for me.
All right. Sure. So you head over to speak with Doru. Doru. Yes, he is there, speaking with some customers. He says, "Oh, hello, my friend. It seems like it's been forever. How are you? I had heard you and your group returned from your journey."
Yeah, we were fairly successful, if we don't count one casualty that we suffered. Poor Clog.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's quite a lot of talk, it seems, about you and the contractors. This must be your group. Hello, I don't believe we've met.
We haven't met this guy yet?
I don't know. Did the whole group meet him?
Yeah, we
I
have.
don't remember.
Okay.
I thought we
I think it's
did,
just
but
John and Copper.
So
Except
maybe-
Cade and Morbrek, I think.
Okay, yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
just the two of them. So yeah, he would look towards Cade and Morbrack, and he says, "It's good to meet you all. Copper, something came in for you from Highguard," and he hands you a rolled up scroll, and he says, "You are officially registered with the Phoenix Guild."
Very cool.
Very good, very good. It feels very good not to have to break the law anymore.
He
Thank
says,
you, Doru.
Yes. Just make sure you read some of the information they have there about accepted spell practices and what just there's things to be
Yeah,
aware
of
of. I don't think
course.
you'll have problems in Chaur, as
Yeah,
I don't know if we even have a Crimson Blade representative here. It's so far away from the capital, but there might be.
From what I know, if we have, we might not know it.
Yeah, exactly. They often work quietly to keep out of danger of spellcasters.
just
Hmm.
are you done talking to him, Copper? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank
This
you,
guy
Doru.
sell health potions.
I do have a few
Probably.
if you are looking to buy.
Talk to Yorn real quick. Is it easier for me to ask you to make me some, or should I just buy some? I don't mind either.
I
I'm just
mean-
wondering what's
They're
I think
expensive.
the easiest
I mean-
way is to ask Yorn to make it.
okay. Yorn, what do you
Yes.
need? Because I realize I've never had one. I almost die every fight. I need some health potions.
Well, as we're talking about this, I'm gonna turn to Nori. I'm gonna be. Are you recruiting? Do you need an apprentice or anything here?
You're asking
I'm
Dora?
kind of yeah, because I'm kind of tired of all the murdering we've been doing. I'd rather stop that.
Oh, yes, I could certainly use some help with brewing and such if you're looking for a job. I also
Yes.
need help with gathering, so in exchange for your services, maybe I could teach you something about alchemy.
There you go. And whenever you come back to Chaur, Copper could help Copper by giving him some potions or anything.
Are you saying that to him or to the group or?
Oh yeah, to the group in general,
Okay.
yeah, because I am not fighting. I don't feel well after all the murdering we've done.
Murdering.
It's murdering. You can put it how you want. For Yorn, it's murdering.
Well, that sort of life does get to one after a while, so I can certainly appreciate your feelings, Yorn. And if you do decide to step away from the trials of battle and do something a little bit more I don't know if you'd say helpful, but
Academic?
less more academic and less dangerous and destructive, I would always be happy to bring you in here to help me.
Yorn,
Thank you very
Yorn,
much.
Yorn. You were always more of an academic type. Feels like.
You're gonna miss your jokes, my friend.
That's your decision. So.
At least come to the
Yeah.
inn tonight, right? One more time.
Oh, not living yet. Just yeah,
Oh.
I'll be in the town anyway. But yeah,
Okay,
of course I'll come.
perfect.
Can we count on old friends
right.
discount?
Yeah, of course.
yeah. Like you're gonna give us a
It
hookup,
doesn't-
right? Like I know you're leaving, but you're gonna give us a hookup, right?
I'm still, just a retired contractor.
So see what you
Okay.
can do.
Contractor, you barely know her. Yorn.
Wah, wah.
Okay, this is night. I still want health potions. I don't know how
Well,
to.
I would be happy to sell you some health potions if you need them. I only have 3 currently brewed, but
How much are they? I guess I'll find out first before I do anything else.
they are 50 gold pieces usually.
50.
But he would be willing to sell them for 40 because the group,
Never
is
mind.
kind of well.
Never
here,
mind.
I'll
Sorry.
give-
I thought they were like 5. So
No.
I had no idea.
They take
Okay,
a whole
okay.
day.
Yeah.
You can have. I have 2 that I'm not gonna use anymore. I can give you
My
the
God.
2 that I have on me.
Cry.
All right. So you are handed 2 by Yorn.
Cry.
Well, one of them is a higher quality, but you retcon that, so I'm guessing it's just gonna be a regular. potion of healing.
I've changed over to the Xanathar's rules, I believe. So
That's fine.
yeah. It's just normal healing potion.
Yeah, but those potions are rarely like potions and healing potions are very rarely useful in actual battle. Like they're useful to like if someone is close to die.
I guess I don't really know how they work. You can't just like up one when it's your turn. Kind of thing?
It
It's
is,
an
but you need
action.
to use an
Item.
action on that, and by using an action on that, if you're already almost dying, like you use
Right.
an action to heal like 2d4 something. It's
Yeah, they're the bigger ones are definitely more helpful, but the smaller ones are. It's kind of a lot to give up an action for just 2d4 plus 2.
you are
points.
better
Sure.
off dodging than using a potion.
Yeah, or
think
potions
I
are better
didn't know
like
that,
out of
so-
combat.
But I think I'll still probably just grab a couple
Yeah.
just so I have them.
They're
but I didn't
fine.
know
Like
that.
for example, if a
Yeah.
healer is down, you can actually like force feed him to actually rise him.
Yeah.
So it is
Right,
useful.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just keep 2. Thank you very much, Yorn. I hope you
No
make many
worries.
more in your time.
Yeah, but not for free for you. That's for sure.
So it's getting close to about 11:30. What does everyone want to do? It's kind
We
of
have-
the group is sort of in downtime now that you're back in the town. I don't know if you want to spend at least maybe you don't want to spend today working on projects because you might want to just kind of relax and get back into things. But you can technically work on projects if you want.
I
Most
think today,
projects
from
take a
what we
week.
discussed, from what we discussed today, we want to identify everything, and then have a concert, and then tomorrow go to lunch with Blackwater.
All right. So you're gonna spend most of the day at the Maplewood Inn.
Yep.
If we can, I'd like to learn something. I mean, if we have free time.
All right.
I mean,
You
we
know
have
we
a
do.
bunch of stuff in the party.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
Stuff to sell, I think, right?
Yeah, we gotta
Actually,
find
yeah.
a collector though for that stuff. Lou was saying last time for the totems and stuff.
Yeah, if you want to get a good price on that stuff,
Yeah.
or else it would just
So-
be a low amount.
So I guess we can just identify a bunch of stuff. Would be the next. Like, just take a couple hours.
Is there anything we can actually sell?
Oh no, you
We
need to
have
spend the afternoon
long swords
writing
we can
your
sell.
performance.
Yeah. Okay. True. I'll do that. Yeah. Can I do that, Lou? Like practice, so when it's time, I have advantage on it.
What are you trying to do?
Like practice my performance and stuff before the show,
his
so that when
ballad.
it's time, I have like advantage on the performance.
Probably. I don't think you could necessarily give yourself advantage by practicing. Well, I mean, I guess
I know
if
that's
you,
why I'm asking you. Can I do it?
I mean, there's no.
Lou,
Or
you're a
get a
great
bonus.
DM. You know that, Lou?
Yeah,
You're my
there's no
favorite
rule
DM.
for that.
Just letting you know.
I know there's
You're
no
my favorite
rule
DM.
for it. Am I your only DM?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Oh, there's other DM.
There's some other
Oh.
DM. Yeah. All right. So
We could
I guess
probably
if you
sell,
wanna spend all of today getting ready for your performance
Sure.
tonight, I'd give you advantage. If you want to do nothing else.
I will do that.
Okay.
I'll
So
do that
you're
then.
getting ready for your performance. That's pretty much your daily activity. Are you all
Correct.
familiar with the Xanathar's downtime rules on what you can do?
No.
So-
Yeah, I'm obviously not.
So the easiest thing is you can do work if you want to spend a week doing work to make some money. But you can also do things like craft. You can train to like learn a tool or a language. You can like try. Well, selling a magical item probably wouldn't be possible here. You'd probably have to go to High Guard for that. Scribing a spell scroll. Doing research again, though, that's probably something you'd have to go to High Guard for. Religious services, you could probably do something like that if you're religious, and just relaxation. So there's a bunch of. I wish I could just link you all this, but I don't think there's a way without copy pasting it.
You just Google it. Is it on like if I just Google it?
It's the Xanathar's Guide Downtime
And,
Rules. If you own the book, I think it would pop up in the compendium, or if you roll it or own it on Beyond. But there's a bunch of different things you can do during downtime, and there's things you can make up on your own. Most things take about a week of time, so you can kind of do those like on the side while you're in town, while you're doing other things. We don't have to go too much into it right now. I just want you to know that those are options. Because a bunch of time might pass between adventures, so if you want to be working on things, it's good to have an idea of that. And there are
Do
things like,
crime.
yeah, you can do crime, yeah. Though crime probably wouldn't be as rewarding in Chaur just because of the, like you could probably
Yeah.
only do like the lowest form of crime right now.
Like
What
jaywalking?
graffiti?
Where
I
is
just
it?
sent a link that seems to have a list. That's okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Let's see why I wouldn't be. Anyways, I'm really excited to see what these items are. Can we do that?
All right, yeah, sure. Why don't we say the group went to the inn and got a room somewhere, and
Also, we have a bunch of like weird stuff that I think we need to sell. I think we have 4 longswords, 5
Yep.
longbows, and a scale mail. My
So-
old scale mail.
if you want to sell those, you can currently do it at 10% book price because the
I
economy
think we
here is
still
not
need
very
to do
good.
that. It's just taking up space. I think we just
Yeah, we
need to
can.
do
I don't really. Like, it doesn't bother me. We're not like losing an insane amount because it's not like crazy good.
Yeah, we just dump it because it's like all of that together is like 100 pounds that we're carrying for no reason.
Do you want to just say you sold it in the marketplace?
I will check. So longsword was
So because of the
Five-
group's
so-
current I guess reputation. You could actually get 20% book price.
Oh yes, Lou, my favorite DM.
Okay.
All right.
So it will be 15 times 4
You got
plus.
it, Copper.
Yeah, I'm counting it.
So copper goes to the marketplace to sell stuff. You're doing identifies, right?
Yes.
Kite, what
Yeah.
are you identifying? Because now I have to go look through my notes to figure out what everything
Okay.
is.
The longbow,
So we,
the mace.
I have it, so I'll hand it to you.
Longbow first. Doing your spell or ritual, I assume. The longbow is a longbow +1. Magically enchanted to do more damage and be more accurate than a normal longbow.
And that's it.
There's no bonus then or anything. Is that what,
No.
is that what
Oh,
you
that's
mean,
still good.
I mean, +1 is the bonus. It
No,
gains
no,
+1
I-
to
I
attack
do. Sorry,
and
I
damage.
was just asking. Yeah. Okay.
And it does magical damage, which is one of the big things. So it overcomes a lot of damage resistant creatures.
Okay.
What's next?
I have the longbow already, like +1 on my thing, so I'll just like.
Okay. So
add
yeah,
any-
there's nothing extra for that one.
There's the bag as well.
Yeah, I will do the bag.
The bag is a bag of holding that can hold up to 700 pounds.
Wow.
So it's 200 more than the standard bag of holding.
700 pounds. Holy smokes.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
everyone
okay.
gets
I was
10
the one
more
having
gold.
it. And you
Everyone
also
gets
get it.
10 more gold pieces from
Oh.
Sales.
selling stuff.
All right. So yeah, Copper comes back and gives you all some gold from his sales.
Then
Copper.
I want to do the mace.
Mace. So the mace is actually a mace of the holy. It is a +1 mace that does 1d6 radiant damage on a hit. An extra 1d6 radiant damage.
That's a good one.
Mace
It's
of
much
Holy?
better than
Is
just
that what it's
plus
called?
The holy.
Mace of the holy. Yeah, that is a very powerful. So basically, when you hit someone with it, there's a flash of radiant energy, which is the
It's still +1 also, or is it just?
yeah, it's +1, as well as the 1d6 radiant.
I think it's an actual item.
It's not a it's not a book item.
Okay. Okay, I'll
You're
write
gonna
it
have to
down
make
then.
it.
That's fine. And
What
I don't know where.
else?
and I think the last thing we have is the potions.
There's 2 scrolls, or do we already know what
Well,
they do?
we
We
looked
know.
at those.
I thought,
It's
yeah,
Thornwood.
I think you read those. There was
Yes.
Thorn Whip and create/destroy water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Game breaking.
As for the potions,
Where did we get the potions from the mine? Is that where we got those?
Uh,
ones?
yeah,
That was
Like the little.
we got exploded.
Were
Got blown up.
a little
Yeah.
bit after everyone blew up.
so
Right.
2 of the potions are a standard healing potions. One of them is a greater healing potion.
Okay. I
Anything
think
else?
No, I think that's everything we got.
Yeah, unless you want to try to identify like the totems that we got by like I don't know if that's necessary.
I don't think
So-
there's anything magical in there. But I
They
think-
so they are magical, but all they have on them is preservation auras if you identify them. They
Okay.
So
that
basically,
mean?
the magic on them is to keep them from falling apart because they are very old.
Okay.
Sometimes crafters put enchantments on things to keep them solid and not degrade from age. It's sort of a standard enchantment that goes on almost anything magical. But sometimes, like if you're trying to use less magical energy, you can just put that instead of other enchantments on something.
Okay, so If our party loot is now up to date.
Also, it looks like Morbrek, you're no longer displaying your character on
Oh.
the Roll20. If you refresh it, it'll redo it. All right, there you go.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, what does everyone want to do?
Well, okay, so we have the weapons, and I know I'm the only fighter, but I hate it's always happened. I don't like taking all this stuff because it doesn't feel fair. Does anyone want longbow and or the mace? And if you can use one, please just take it.
I mean, if I can use somatic while holding the mace, then yes. But
Yeah,
if
Warcaster.
not,
I think clerics count their holy shield or holy symbol as like you can put it on your shield. But I think you need Warcaster to actually cast with a free hand.
yeah. So yeah, I cast a lot of my spells that don't. So it's just easier for me with a free hand.
What? Hey, does anyone like?
I think
obviously
most
I'll
of the
take
group
it.
besides you, you and Kate, I think, are the only ones that are more weapon oriented, right?
Let's
doesn't
wait.
use
Maybe
weapons at all.
Oh, okay.
maybe
So then, yeah, it would just be you.
maybe we have another party member who may use it.
Right.
Because, yeah, Copper,
Yeah.
Yorn, Kite, and Morbrek, I think, are all pretty heavily casters. And Cade as well does his caster
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't even know her.
Yorn's gone. Yorn, well, I mean, Yorn's still with us, but yeah, with the party. But
True, yeah. Or,
Yorn
yeah.
is not fighting anymore.
Yeah, it's unlikely they're just going to give it to the new guy that comes in. So I think Forful, it would be.
Yeah, fair
it
enough.
would make most
Yeah.
the sense that you would get the mace and the bow. Because you're the only ones that would. Or you're the only one that would use it.
At least
but
the
again,
mace. The mace
but
is
that's
going to be nice for
That's, of course, the group's decision. I'm just.
Again, I don't like taking all the stuff because it makes me feel like like I'm getting
Put
all
in
the
the
stuff.
bag.
I will
Now
obviously
you are
take it
the
if
only
nobody else
one
is going to use it.
who
So-
you are the only one who has use for it.
I mean, just from a
And I-
mechanical perspective, like there'll probably be times where there will be a bunch of caster stuff that you won't get. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you guys
It's
okay
swings
if
and
I take
roundabouts.
We
mace
okay.
and the longbow?
But don't get attached to that longbow.
Okay, no problem. I have no attachment to this longbow.
Copper might steal it back at some point. All right. So
So I'll take. I'll do that.
we're just passing time until you meet with Blackwater tomorrow, or until the performance tonight.
Yeah.
So if you are hanging out in the bar, there's definitely a lot of people coming in to see you, buying you drinks, and again, more just talking to you about what happened and asking about the story of the contractors. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to engage these people, or just kind of tell them, we need some private time?
I think we need to work on our name and on our reputation a little bit. So
Yeah.
I think we need to do some crowd work.
All right. So you want to kind of engage them and talk to them a bit about what happened?
Yeah, I think we need to not go into too much details. Maybe over exaggerate something, like tell how Forful killed 5 ogres with one swing and all of that. Just to make them wow, and just to kind of do a little bit of how to say, work with people and showing our name and.
Right.
So there is a downtime activity called carousing. Over a week's time, you can spend, I think it's 50 gold pieces. If you're doing middle class, which you all are kind of middle class. So you can make contacts by doing that, and basically roll a persuasion check to see how many new contacts you make. If you want to do something like that.
Sorry.
So like buy people drinks basically, and kind of talk to them and get the group's name back out there more. I would say actually you could probably do it for 10 gold pieces a week since everyone is pretty poor here. Do you want to start working on that?
Sure. Does our performance kind of go towards that tonight?
So the performance. Let's see. I think that would more just be working. But I could
I'm not
say,
really doing it for money. I'm doing it more for rep.
all right, then sure, I could maybe, if you do well, maybe that could give you
If I do
an
well.
advantage. Where is it? Advantage on your check at the end of the week.
Sure. The other thing, just real quick, I think Cade, you still have like a +1 on me, right? Is that right? Or someone does, I think. My battle axe. Does anyone know?
I think it's me.
Okay. Okay. And then
Once-
you're leaving us, correct? For
Yes.
which? Okay, so that'll go away soon. All right. Right.
All right, so here's kind of, there's going to be a lot of text, but here's the information on carousing.
Did you call me?
Ooh.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Wow.
So this is kind of what it involves if you want to give that a quote unquote quick read. Yeah, so I guess it is probably about midday at this point, maybe about 2 o'clock or so. Do we want to just pass time till tonight and assume some of you are working on just talking to people and getting the word out of your group? Or is there anything specific that any of the rest of you want to do?
I wanted to get some better armor, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. What type of armor are you looking for?
Splint.
All right. So there's still a bit of a shortage because of the lack of caravans. You ask around. Give me, let's say, persuasion for this.
Ooh.
Unless you want to have someone try to help you find splint mail.
That's fine. It's not a huge priority.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you ask around for a few hours, but unfortunately, you are unable to find any splint mail in the marketplace.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything before the performance tonight? All right. So, Florful, you are doing some performing. You can actually set it so it rolls the 1d6 damage in the.
I think I did.
Did you? So you
I don't
want to
see it.
set. So you set it to 2d6. You want to set that separate because it's a different damage
Okay.
type. So you want to set it as a separate 1d6. What is it? Radiant damage.
Wait, isn't it? It did not.
Okay, I see.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So is the bludgeoning not magic? Just checking.
The bludgeoning is magic. But the
All right.
radiant damage. So bludgeoning is one type, then radiant is another, and you
Yeah.
want those separated because sometimes you'll fight things with radiant resistance or radiant vulnerability, and you want those to come out differently in case it matters. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so for the performance tonight, go ahead and give me a performance check with advantage. As you you have a packed house. There are people even outside looking in the windows. The group is just surrounded by more people who are talking to you as you're, I assume, buying some drinks and carousing with everyone.
Yeah.
Give us a roll. I believe in you.
It's time?
It's time.
Woo!
Yeah. It's time for your
I get up on the
performance.
stage. I get ready to tell the best story ever.
Oof.
All right. So yeah, you tell a pretty decent story. The crowd is, of course, enthralled by it, but not as well as you would like. 13 isn't bad though, so they're just kind of listening and nodding as you go through. What exactly are you going to tell them happened? I assume you're going to tell them about the battles, but do you tell them
Of
about
course.
the negotiations, or how does the story end?
No, I'll word it more like how they were scared, and we were able to scare them off while retrieving what was necessary and freeing the slaves. Just kind of word it like that, sort of thing.
Okay,
Be a little vague about it, you know what I
so
mean?
you kind of make it so it sounds like they retreated, then you were able to save the slaves. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why I wanted to proofread. But fine.
Yeah, you
I
need to
sent it. It's in the
exaggerate a
mail.
little bit. You exaggerate a little bit, like you've porn some of them with
I
your
only
bare hands,
rolled a
and
13, okay?
Yeah.
So I.
So
He
there's
talks about Brenda too much. They get bored.
yeah, he starts going off
there's like
about the bear.
there's a Debbie solo, and
Then
everyone just
there
gets
was
really
this bear. Let
confused.
me
This is the
tell you
bear.
about this bear.
They're all
Highlight
kind
It
it.
turns
of
into a love ballad
glaze
halfway through.
over. It was you. Well, I wasn't thinking a love ballad, but maybe just
He
talking
kisses
too
the
much
bear.
about the bear. The bear becomes a strange part of the story. But yeah, there's claps afterwards and a bunch of huzzas from the audience and cheering as people drink and get happy and party, hanging out with the group throughout the evening. No one else doing anything today?
I don't think so.
Alright, so the day would pass. Go ahead and spend a gold piece for your upkeep, unless you're trying to live more than just the standard lifestyle.
I think I will this day I will spend with more luxury. I'll spend 2.
Alright,
I think we
what's the...
deserved it.
Yeah,
I get free lodging, by the way, whenever I play.
well...
I do this. Oh, I do.
Oh, okay, by popular demand, yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to look up the different lifestyles. It's not upkeep, it's something else.
Well, I mean, wealthy living.
What is that called? Do you have the chart up?
It's in expenses, isn't it?
Expenses, that's what it is.
Lifestyle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think this is it.
Yeah, comfortable 2 gold pieces.
Yeah, so if you want, yeah, you can spend probably, well, if you're carousing, you probably, I'll keep that separate, but yeah, so you can spend modest or comfortable. You can't really go wealthy in this town because there's not enough stuff to buy or treat yourself, but you could be living comfortably if you want. But spend your upkeep for the day. Going to bed. You all do a full rest, waking up on the 14th of autumn. You don't have to worry about food because as part of your expenses, you just buy food in town. As you're all gathering in the morning at the, probably down at the inn having breakfast, there's still a couple of people with you talking to you. A guard comes in. And he would bow to the group and hand you all a scroll. And he says, "The mayor would like to speak to all of you when you have a moment." And he would take off.
We have a moment.
Yeah, we have a moment right before lunch, so let's go.
Alright, so you're gonna head over and speak with the mayor.
I don't see why not.
I don't even know her.
Mayor? I don't even know her.
I mean, Dad doesn't have the same. He's just gone. It's too soon.
Too soon. Alright, so you head out, moving towards the mayor's house. Well, towards the town hall. As you get to the marketplace, a familiar face approaches. The shirtless man says, "Ah, I heard you were all back in town. Greetings." He says, I'm here because my employer wishes to speak with you if you have a moment."
I was actually planning on paying you a visit after the mayor.
And he nods and says, "Well, whenever you can, but you know where we are, so just come and speak to us. Hopefully soon."
Sure.
He would nod and just walk off.
Okay, bye.
So the group
'Cause there's
continues.
there's a third side we haven't yet got. Someone that may be slightly more impartial.
At
This
town
was it.
hall, the mayor greets you. She says, "I'm so happy to see you all back, and I've heard of your success. The guards have told me that the attacks have slowed to a crawl, and we haven't had one since you've returned. I just wanted to thank you in person, and I was curious what your plans were moving forward. I assumed you were going probably back towards the capital, or maybe someplace more exciting."
We haven't really discussed it yet. I guess we're still thinking about our options.
Well, I was actually hoping that you could help me with something. I'd be willing to pay the group, of course, but Char has been having more problems than just the hobgoblins. Are you all familiar with the Blood Hand?
I think we've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are a powerful group of thieves that have recently made Char their home, and we need help getting rid of them.
What's wrong with them? Like, what? Why?
Yeah. If they have done, if they're doing something illegal, don't you have law enforcement here?
She looks a bit surprised by the question. She says, "Well, they are harassing people. We've had a string of thefts. I mean, I can't prove it was them, but obviously, these thieves come to town, then suddenly we're having all these problems. We do have law enforcement, but their numbers are higher than ours, and especially with all the attacks recently, my town guard are very much depleted. I've sent word to High Guard asking for help to deal with them, but I don't know if I'm going to get a response."
You want us to kill them?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't necessarily want to kill them. I'm currently forming a bit of a plan as to how we would work together and maybe capture or drive them out. I know they're run by an elven woman. I believe her name is Sithril, but we don't have too much information other than that. I just wanted to see if it's something you would be interested in, if you're going to be here or if you were heading out.
Well, if they're damaging Chaur and like hurting the town, then I guess we would be interested at least.
Very much so.
Honestly, like from my side, if we don't have any like definite proof of their illegal activity, I don't think that we can act on just.
Hopper, she's just saying she doesn't like have a physical piece that shows it's them, but she knows they're doing it. She just doesn't have anything that's like can show them like their fingerprints. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But she
I know
knows
of
like
this
she's the
group.
mayor.
They're a bad group.
So, I guess give me insight checks on this, now that you're bringing that up. 'Cause you might-
Who, her or more? Or
anyone who wants can do an insight, as you might know something. You might sense something from this conversation. Oh, Copper.
Fucking Coppers rolled like 1,000 nat 20s today. You're fucked.
So,
He's just
Copper, And actually, anyone who rolls over a 15, you would get the sense that she has some sort of... it's beyond just the good of Chaur. You almost feel like she has some personal investment in these thieves getting removed from this place. I don't know if you want to say.
I will not be like confronting her or anything, but just like in my head, I'm thinking that like it's not enough that she doesn't like someone to just like we are not thugs in this kind of like.
To be fair, we did that. The Iron Tide.
Well, Iron Tide is a bit different. Like we have a proof that they are attacking. We have seen them attacking, and they like it is a little bit different. But they are living here. They are living among people. They are.
But they're stealing and harassing people. She said.
Oh.
She nods.
I would need more than like I would need to probably ask around, ask on the market. Are they really doing that? Yeah, then probably we could.
That gets risky because they're like a real sneaky group, and if they get wind, then we're trying to figure out if they're actually bad, like too bad.
Well, then we would have our proof.
Here, you don't have to give me a decision right now. As she kind of senses your apprehension. I need to work on my plan a little bit more anyway. But if you were to help me, I would be able to give you a small payment, but I would also be willing to maybe give you some land in town if that's something you're interested in.
This is good.
Contractors' base of operations.
Yeah, have you seen this cursed church?
Yep, that's what I thought too.
Oh,
I can change our name.
She says you don't want to go near the cursed church, but there are plots of land I could give you for sure. She says, in fact, there's a southern one down here that's open, as well as areas near the gates, and just the park here. I mean, there's a couple of different ones. I wouldn't recommend the cursed church. Well, unless you could actually figure out a way to clear it. Although we've had many die trying. Even the Crimson Mage have been unable to do anything about it. But anyway, that would I would be willing to do that as part of the negotiation for your services. Because first of all, I think it would be amazing to have you in town over a long term. And secondly, we are short on money until we start getting more caravans in.
Sure, but that makes sense.
We'll
This
have a
already, like,
talk,
at
I guess.
least this is some incentive.
She says, well, yeah, so I will get back to you later as to what the plan will be, but I just wanted to gauge your group's interest and see if helping the people of Chaur further is something you would want to do, or if you were just moving on.
I don't know. We haven't talked about it yet.
Very much.
We'll discuss.
We'll think about it.
All right, well, thank you for hearing me out, and let me know if there's anything else I can do to help your group. And she smiles.
Sure.
And of course, again, thank you for taking care of the Iron Tide, or taking care of the hobgoblins. You've saved many lives.
Problem.
All right, so what does the group want to do now?
I guess we'll go.
We've had a
just chat.
topless guy who wanted to talk to us.
Which guy?
I wanted to
Topless
kneel.
guy.
Oh, you want to go talk to the Bloodhand?
I do.
Oh, they offered us to talk, and we still have a bit of time before dinner, or before lunch with
before lunch.
Blackwater.
Yeah, it's probably about 9 a.m. at this point, so you have a few
Yeah, we have
hours.
time.
We're walking over. I should say we shouldn't bring up anything we just learned from the mayor to these
No,
guys
no,
now.
no,
Like,
let's-
not even if they're stealing or anything. Like, nothing.
Okay.
Eh,
So you approach the Bloodhand base. As you knock on the door, a hatch opens, and a kind of angry-looking man says, "What do you want?" Who's there?
It's the contract. You know who we are. Okay, let us in.
You
No,
know who we
don't I-
are. What are you, a celebrity
Stupid.
now?
You know who we are. Yeah, we are. Actually.
He does want
Do you
before.
know who I am?
Literally, my thing. I
Neil
just
says that
said, it
Sifra
says-
wants to
it
talk.
says when I
first.
perform, I'm like known in the town. You know,
Doesn't mean every single person knows who you are.
every single person.
How
As
dare
soon
you?
as they step into Char, it just gets
Yeah, they just know.
They
blamed
know.
into their
It's
head, and they
magically
instantly know
implemented.
it.
Yes.
All right. Well, he
didn't make this
closes
game.
he closes the hatch on the door. About maybe 2 or 3 minutes pass. He opens up the door and says, "Come on in. Cithra's been expecting you."
I go, hey, what's your name?
Don't worry about it. And he would lead
that's a weird
you.
Oh, you're really popular. Really popular guy. Everybody knows him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shit.
he has by popular demand as well. It's Bob,
Yeah.
Bob the thief. Everyone knows him.
Nice.
Bob
I
the
do know
alleged
Bob.
thief.
I've heard of him.
Alleged thief.
A bit of-
So yeah, you would see that there are, as usual, a bunch of suspicious-looking characters within the Bloodhand base. Many of them holding, with a perception of, I'll say maybe 12 or over. You would see at least some of them have concealed weaponry.
Fuck.
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're just like, so he leads you past everyone into the back room where you would see Cithril kind of leaning against her desk. She smiles and says, "The contractors returned from their mission, and I hear it was quite successful."
Oh, you've heard of us.
We've met before.
She says, "Yes,
Yeah,
You met this girl?
I spoke
Yeah.
to you."
Oh, he's still drunk.
I might not have been there.
Oh, maybe you were out that day, the player.
I might not have been there.
But yeah,
I don't
so
understand.
a probably 5'6" tall redheaded elf stands before you. Do you have knowledge nature at all, like proficiency in nature?
No.
Okay, so she has some
I do, but I'm not
striking.
there.
Yeah, she has some striking features about her. She looks. Her hair would make you think she's wood elf, but she also has some of the features of like a bit of a high elven character. She says, "So apparently you took Blackwater's job over mine. I was hoping you would bring me the dagger when you got back to town."
Shit. We're dead.
Well, he did offer us more money than you.
She says, fair enough, though I would have been willing to bargain for more. At this point, though, obviously you are all skilled individuals, as no one could easily have gone up against the Iron Tide and survived. So I'm curious what you are planning to do next.
I wanted to get the third side of the story. As you may have heard, we listened to Blackwater and his account of how the dagger was stolen after him and the Iron Tide split ways, but the Iron Tide felt slighted, and the Iron Tide's version where they were betrayed. And
So Blackwater told you of the arrangement between our groups, then?
yes,
Yeah, we know quite a lot about that. Not the details, or at least not your part of the story. But I would be willing to listen.
I see. Surprised. Who was it? Well, she says, what exactly did Blackwater tell you about what happened? I'm curious, because I'm actually a bit curious as to hear what he is saying.
He said that he brought you and Irontide, hired for a job, and then you kind of... So he was not particularly precise on what happened, but you kind of fell apart. Or what was the exact phrase he used?
She would smile a bit and says, "Yes, I suppose in a nutshell that's what happened, though I would argue that Blackwater wasn't completely honest with all of us in what he was initially doing. He had offered us gold, but he also kept a lot of information from us."
What kind of information?
She says, the Iron Tide, I don't know the exact agreement he made with them, but he didn't tell the Blood Hand the exact nature of what he wanted these pieces for, what he was looking for, which usually isn't an issue. But when we learned more, we had asked him for a bit of an increase and a fair share as to what he was hunting, because he was paying us pennies in comparison to the fortune he was going to uncover from that vault. That's where the disagreement started, and between myself and the Iron Tide, it quickly escalated because he was not willing to share any of the actual magics with us. He just wanted to pay us gold.
You mean Blackwater?
Yes.
So you guys made an agreement for gold, and then you wanted more.
We made an agreement for the first part of the job, but he wasn't fully honest with us about what he was doing.
You guys need to learn the way of a contractors. Like, if you have agreed on something, you finish it, and then you negotiate the second agreement. I think in this case, he was not supposed to uncover. He asked you for a job.
Well,
he offered you money for this job, and he was willing to pay you the money you agreed on.
And we did that part of the job. But
so what's the problem?
The next part of his plan that we were still negotiating would have us go to this Isik place. He did not, or he misled us a bit on what we would be facing there, which is where the disagreement first came up. He didn't mention the hordes of undead or any of the other defenses that we'd have to go through to get to this vault of his.
Did he know?
I believe he did. I believe he lied to us.
I'm sorry, are they upset just because he didn't tell them like what they'd have to fight? Is that what
That's
saying?
why we're upset. I don't know the exact nature of the difference between the Iron Tide and Blackwater. I believe they had their own qualms with him. If that makes more sense.
Well, in a way, I can see where you're coming from, because if there was like on purpose someone was withholding information that resulted in you taking more risk than you planned.
Then you agreed for the price. Yeah.
Yes, that you agreed for the price. Like, for example, if we went to retrieve dagger from Iron Tide, and then we realized that there was actually an ancient dragon there instead of them.
Precisely. So then you understand our qualms.
Like, I do understand this.
What do you want from us?
What do you offer?
What do you?
Well,
why did you ask us to come here?
So when there was the fallout between our three groups, the items were split. Obviously, you know this as you were able to retrieve the dagger from Orcard's people. At this point, the treasure is still out there for whatever group can gain all three items. And I would like that group to be the Blood Hand, possibly working with the Contractors. As like I said, you all seem very adept at what you do. So if you are willing to make that agreement, we could work together, get this dagger, and I assure you I will not try to cheat you or lie to you about what we will be facing, and you will get a fair share of what's in the vault.
One question, and I'm not telling anything about us accepting or not. We will probably have to talk with each other. Would you be willing to stop your trade in Chaur if we agree?
Trade?
Trade.
What do you mean?
To do what you're doing. What you're doing on the market, what you're doing in the inn.
What are
racketeering and all kind of shady stuff that your group is
she laughs at this point. She says, "We are here for the vault. Do you think I would be... What is there worth stealing in this town? This is a frontier butt-fuck nowhere place. What do you think my people are doing? We're not stealing from the market or any of that, and there's nothing to steal. Plus, that would endanger what we're trying to do here. We're
make, like,
here.
a
We're
inside
here for
check or
the.
something?
Oh, yeah, sure. You can do it inside.
We just need to hold on. My thing just broke down. He's like,
She says, there are pennies to be stolen. We're here for the vault. And we were here because Blackwater paid us. Before that, maybe we had a few agents out here, but we didn't have a whole base with troops. Yeah, so you believe she's telling the truth. And it would make sense. I mean, again, there's nothing really to steal from this place.
What do you know about the mayor? Do you have any previous workings with her?
Mayor Asher, I don't know the woman too much. She seems very young for what she's doing, but the people seem to like her. Yeah, I don't know too much. I know that she is firm friends with Blackwater because he funds a lot of her projects within the village. Why do you ask?
It's just, we were talking like she was not very, so to say, excited about your group, and I was not sure if it is professional or personal.
I think a few of my people are providing services to the town, but even that, it's a very small amount of actual work. We're not doing anything destructive. We have no wish to rock the boat here. I mean, we only plan to stay here until we are able to retrieve the keys.
Don't take it wrong. You don't come like you don't appear to me as like an honest bunch of workers. Like I've seen you on the market. I've seen how people on the market react on you approaching. I've seen how trades guys are trembling when your guys are stepping into their shop. So there is definitely, like, you are not being honest, I feel here, when you say that you're not doing anything of this sort.
She says, well, our people probably threatened and intimidated a bit when we first got here, just to let everyone know we mean business. But as I said, there's nothing really worth stealing in this town, and there's no reason to steal pennies from people. It wouldn't do us any good. We were here because we were paid to be here by Blackwater.
so if you got what you need, you would leave, though, correct?
Oh yes, like as I said, there's nothing here for us, unless Chaur suddenly becomes a booming trade haven. But I doubt that's going to happen.
We hope it becomes. We're almost picking a plot of land here.
She says, "Oh, you are going to stay?"
Maybe.
Just who knows? Maybe we can establish like a mercenary guild or something.
It's a bit surprising. I didn't think your
Whoa.
group would be interested in a small frontier town like this.
That's only it's only as much contracts we can take ourselves.
Well, so yeah, back to the point. Are you interested in working with us to secure this vault?
We're not
Again,
sure. What kind of, what did you have in mind, though?
Well, I don't know as much about what's in the vault, as Blackwater was a bit vague, but it sounds like there are powerful magics, so I would be more than happy to give you an even split of what we find there, as is fair.
So you're asking us to retrieve the other items for you and then help you get to the vault and then get the share.
Yes, now that you've gotten one of them from the Iron Tide, it means getting the other two will be much easier. And I have a plan to do this, but I'm not going to share it until I know I can trust you. Until you.
How many? Do you have any?
Yes, they have one.
She smiles and says, "Yes, we have one of them," as your friend just said.
I was just testing her. But
For what?
See if she'd
Well,
say
she's
what I
lying.
already knew.
if she's,
How
yeah.
many fingers am I holding up? Good, you pass.
No, I was seeing if she said no,
She
we
was
don't
gonna
have any.
lie
I
about
know
it.
she'd be a
Oh,
liar.
okay.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, she says I have one. I have the amulet.
But why do you think getting the other two would be easier now?
Because
Well,
now we only have to do
because
one
Iron
heist.
Iron Tide
Before-
don't have it, so they're all close, right?
yes, before I
Oh,
would have had
right.
to send agents into the Iron Tide's base 3 days from here, trying to infiltrate, and now we just need to infiltrate one place and get them from Blackwater.
Infiltrating things stealthily is not our strong side.
I realize that, but there's a way
You
you
mean?
can set us up to do what we do best. Again, though, I'm not going to go into detail on that until you agree to a contract with me.
I would say that
We'll
we're
think about it.
definitely not gonna we're not gonna come up with an answer right away. But I regret that we haven't had this discussion earlier.
Yes,
Yeah,
perhaps that was on me. When I first met you, I didn't actually know if you were as skilled as you had claimed to be. So I didn't want to give away too many details.
I think we should go. All right.
we
think
should
it over.
go and we will we will talk and we will come up with an answer.
All right. I thank you for hearing me out, and I look forward to your answer in the near future. All right. So what is the
Okay,
group
so
want
we
to do?
leave and guys, what do you think?
That's, suppose we've got to have an important discussion.
I hate this stupid discussion. Where's the easy good guy, bad guy?
Just
Damn
want
you,
to
Lou.
murder everyone. Yeah.
I also have a feeling that Blackwater's the one doing it.
What, sorry?
The thievery and the intimidation.
Maybe, yeah.
He's trying to get the mayor to run
I don't
them
know
out of
much
town so
about
he can take
Bloodhound,
the
but I
amulet.
believe they're.
Oh, we lost you.
Sorry, I said I don't know much about or Bloody Hands, but I don't believe they're like known as good guys.
No, they are.
No one is. Like I think in
Yeah.
this story there are no good guys.
They are
Even us. Even us.
irrelevant. Yeah, but they do keep a deal.
Yes, and what I liked about Bloody Hand is that they are honest in offering us no like direct money, but offering us a share of what is there. Because if
The vault. Yeah.
what is inside the vault is true, then like there is no amount of money like Blackwater or whoever can give us that would
I
would
don't
match
think-
that.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve it. He's
Does anyone
not
have a
the-
problem working with Bloody Hands?
the
Well,
mayor.
if
they
they
need
yeah
to.
the mayor.
Yes.
I do.
But I do have a feeling that
I think Morbrick does.
What's up? Yeah, what do you think? Do you know something we don't, Morbrick?
Well, I mean, I'll talk to you guys when we have downtime.
Oh, yeah. I guess you
Maybe.
all could have the discussion during the week as well. But yeah, this is kind of the big crossroads. Depending on which factions you want to help, will determine kind of which enemies you're going to make going forward.
I'm leaning towards Bloody Hand, especially if we can have some proof that they are not like those thieves and racketeers that Mayor is presenting them like as to be, because they are just contractors in a way.
They're just here for the monies.
They're just here for the monies, like as we are in a way.
Should we go talk to Blackwater before we go?
Well, no,
It's like-
no. We had the talk, but this is the acceptance dinner. We have to.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so there is the lunch with Blackwater, where you're assuming he's going to expect an answer.
Okay, sorry. Right.
Probably we have to do downtime between this and between now and that dinner.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk now, though. We got some time.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Well, if we want to sit at the end, then.
Yeah.
You want to go back
Yeah, we'll
to
go
the
to
inn
the
and
inn.
have a discussion? All right.
Yeah.
So are you trying to get a private room for this, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so it would probably cost the group a gold piece to rent out one of the, maybe like a private
It's on
side
me,
room.
guys. It's on me.
All right, so
I just put it on a tab.
4 full pays the gold piece, and yeah, you're given a key to a side room. You see Shock and Melody are there at the Maplewood drinking, and they give you smiles and raise glasses to you.
Do they give us the room that people rent by hour?
They just gave you a room for the day. It's basically like a
Okay.
private bar room where the barkeep, basically the waitresses and everything can come and take your order, and you can just sit in private.
We'll so we'll lock the door for now.
All right. Are you bringing anyone else in with the group, or is it just the 6 of you?
I think just us for now, I guess.
think us.
Okay.
Shall we do around the table? Just.
I would love to go first, if that's all right.
Yes, that's okay.
I'd like to put down the thoughts and the current kind of facts of what we know right now. Okay, so I'll start from kind of the beginning. Iron Tide, right? We just resolved with them. I'm almost certain we're kind of ruling them out. Help, except to maybe get slaves from them by helping them. Okay, that's maybe something for another time. I want you guys not to forget that. I think that's maybe how we'll get the slaves. Anyways, so we got 3 people here, right? We got Blackwater, we got the mayor, and Bloody Hands, right? That's who we're talking about here. So Blackwater, we generally don't trust Blackwater. I don't remember why. It's been a long time. But we just have like a odd feeling about them. It seems like everyone's betraying, like he's not very trustworthy. Now, it's hard to say because he's been pretty honest with us. He's been telling us like things that he hasn't told other people, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know if he's trustworthy or not. Anyways, so we're trying to figure out if we want to help him. He pretty much just wants us to get the amulet from the Bloody Hands and then open the vault. The other thing with Blackwater is if we take him out or whatever, we have to think of what it could do to the town, right? Because he's funding the town a lot. So we gotta think about that, okay? I don't know how or like how that could affect. Anyways, so that's Blackwater, right? We're not super trustworthy, but we get where he's coming from. And what we talked was in the chat like last week was kind of like maybe help him and then like take the stuff. Or anyways, then we got the mayor, who I thought we liked a lot. I thought we were very trustworthy with her, but now I'm kind of on the edge. She's a little iffy on the Bloody Hands. Don't know if we can, if she's making that up. She could just be on Blackwater's side. We don't really know, right? But I still think she's like a young mayor part of the town, so I still have some hope for her. And then there's Bloody Hands, who are generally known as bad guys and thieves, right? And they may not be stealing and stuff from this town. Doesn't mean they're like good guys though, right? And they want us to pretty much take out Blackwater, do the opposite, take out Blackwater, get his stuff, and then the vault. So that's not mistaken. That's where we're at. We got those 3 facts laid on the table, and we gotta decide who is essentially the least bad, I guess, is because they seem all bad, but it sounds like we gotta help one of them. So we gotta figure out which one's the least bad, and then choose a side, right? Unless I'm missing anything, I think that's where we're at.
Yes, and I I absolutely don't disagree with anything you've said. So,
Okay.
but what is your thought? Who is the least bad, in your opinion?
So my thought, again, is still I really want to side personally with the mayor because I don't know, she's like this young mayor of the town. I feel like maybe I could be wrong. She's being like influenced by Blackwater, right? So maybe if on some level, sorry, Copper, just one sec. If we take out Blackwater, like just if we like take him out, and maybe the mayor won't be like scared, and maybe if we're here, we can kind of help with the money and or something like that, right? Because maybe if she's just worried about the money, maybe we can help with that, right? Now, what I quickly thought in my head, I know there's some conflict with helping Bloody Hands, but if we helped them to get the stuff, we could take out Blackwater by helping them get the vault, and then the Bloody Hands would leave, which would essentially get rid of both Bloody Hands and Blackwater from Chaur, which would then make the mayor happy and Bloody Hands happy. and us because Blackwater would be gone. That's what I quickly thought of. Very not detailed plan. That's what I quickly thought of in my head. Now I know we don't all like the hands.
Does anyone
I
have
just-
history? I think someone
I
has history. Right? Give me a quick history
Yes.
check. Anyone who has proficiency.
One moment. I already closed my checks.
So, Kite, and I think I spoke to you about this before, but you do know that Blackwater's family is extremely powerful within the Empire. His mother,
Yes.
Patience Blackwater, holds the second seat on the High Council of, the Tyvanus ruling council of the Teruvian Empire. So you know that if you were found to be like people who killed him, that would probably cause a lot of trouble for you down the line. If you were found to be involved with it.
They already hate me.
True, yeah. No, you already have your own history with the Blackwater.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I know they're not good people.
but
I don't totally mind being hated by a group, even though they're super powerful. If they're bad, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not totally against it.
it's
don't
not
want
the
it, but-
easiest. You might have to leave everything you know.
We can handle anything.
apparently Kite is speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Do you want to share some stuff, Kai?
Let me. Can I try to do the same recap as you've done? So, Portable. I agree with like 95% with what you've said. Only thing I don't think that the mayor here is a side. Like I think the mayor is a tool that is used probably by Blackwater. I don't think that she's one of sides that we can pick. So she doesn't have enough power in this vault magical items dagger thing. So I think
Right.
the actual three sides here are Blackwater, Bloody Hands, and Irontide. Irontide, I totally agree they are out of the picture unless we just want to be good and help some slaves, which I don't think we will have time for. Blackwater, he does give me like a bit of like very shady vibes, and so does
Yeah.
Bloody Hand, but at least they are more openly shady and not secretly shady as him. And I think for me
That
right
is a
now,
good point.
I would need a proof that they are actually not doing anything illegal in this town. And if this is true, then I'm 100% with them. Because if we can somehow for ourselves get the proof that they are not racketeering, they are not stealing, they are not doing stuff that probably Blackwater wants Mayor to tell us that they do, then the decision is quite simple for us. And also they are offering us the biggest, like the largest sincerity in explaining how it goes, and also they are openly offering us the cut of the magical items.
And then we can also maybe make them leave, which would make the mayor happy.
Which absolutely yes, and if we are done with that, they have no reason to stay here. And they have stealth, which we don't.
What do you mean?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be my part about this.
Yes.
So, so Blackwater, we think he's shady. I mean, we don't have anything on him, honestly. But with
True.
the Bloody Hand, we know that they are bad people. I mean, they might not be doing bad stuff here, but they're doing bad stuff everywhere. So, a little bit about my backstory, which is why I don't want to do anything with them, is that when I was growing up, I had a priest who looked after me, and he was murdered by a group of thugs who was looking to join the Blood Hand. So that's why I don't want to join up with the Bloody Hand, because that's the type of people that they attract, is murderers. So
Dude.
I don't want to be associated with them.
All right.
That's fair.
Just real quick before we keep going, it is at 2, and I did want to thank Cade for hanging out and playing for a few
Yeah.
games. And
Yeah.
it's going to be, since it's his last game, he's moving to a different group. But yeah, thanks for playing with us, and it was good having you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gabe.
Yeah, no problem.
It was a good time.
Thank you, Cade.
So we can officially end here. You're all welcome to keep speaking
we
on
won't-
this. Pull like
We
all
won't
these.
come. We won't come to a conclusion anyway. But maybe.
Yeah, if you
Can we
all
just
want to.
We can
quickly
do this
quickly
in
hear
the-
everyone out? Because it's
Yeah.
way easier to just
So-
quickly hear everyone,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we
So-
can discuss in the chat, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me quickly do MVP votes. Just send me
Oh, yeah.
the whisper,
Shit.
and I probably will take off because I got some stuff I need to do. But you're welcome to hang out here and talk more about what you want to do. Need to get ready for beginning of next game.
All good. I think, guys, we should just quickly hear everyone out, and then we can talk in the chat, kind of thing.
I think we
'Cause-
have kite left from people who
Okay,
are
left.
well, Morbrick, what you have a suggestion though? Because not to like, if
Oh, sure.
I get that you don't want to hang out with them, or sorry, work with
So
Bloody
I
hands,
think,
which is fine. But I just would like. Do you have a proposal though?
well, I think we can, now that just like how we, get better jobs. I mean, we can, or get better pay. We can now go to Blackwater and, hey, we got a better offer. Let's, can you give us a better offer?
So you're on the side of Blackwell. I think we should all agree
am.
on the same side instead of like voting or something, or try to, anyways.
Mhm.
Hi. What's up? How you feeling, buddy?
Okay, I still have a sinking suspicion that this is all Blackwater's plan. And whatever we're doing is just helping him along.
What is your history with Blackwater? I somehow feel you have some previous beef with them.
They accused me of a crime, and I was sentenced
Oh.
to be.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit of a wrench in our plan.
Yeah, I was forced to escape. I was caught and I was due to be executed, but thanks to my father, I was freed, and here I am. Which is kind of why I don't want to go in case
Yeah.
for any reason he does recognize me. I didn't realize they got.
Totally get it.
I was meant to go far away from the central, like the capital city, but apparently they're out here too. But
All you. I just know whatever happens, we're not letting anyone take you. Okay, it doesn't matter who it is.
yeah,
Yes,
If someone executes a kite, it's us.
Exactly.
Thank you. No. So I was doing. As you may be able to tell, I was trained. As you may have noticed at the scale, I'm somewhat stealthy. I'm not as good as my father or sister in that regard, but I was trained to take in the family business, as it were.
Which
was-
which business, man?
What would you call it? Deliveries, but concealed deliveries.
Sure.
Yeah. Information gathering.
Spy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
All good.
But yeah, we were investigating the Blackwaters. I was helping my father, and I got caught. for it.
Right. So I quickly want to put out. We've all heard. Well, sorry, Yorn's gone. Kate, do you want to say something, bud? You still
Nope.
here? Okay. Okay.
Jorn left, I think.
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll say
Yeah, he
maybe Cade had stepped out. I assume Cade probably his character would have. Well, I don't know. I guess what for your final thing, Cade? What would your character kind of be doing in all this? Do you think he'd step away from the group or be more involved with them going forward?
Feel free to do with my character as you like. I mean,
Okay.
he would probably maybe stick around town trying to find a crafter to fall in with or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
makes sense with what he was going for. So maybe
join their army as a quartermaster, or
maybe try to help with some of the rebuilding efforts while getting a name for himself in this town to improve
Very cool.
his crafting abilities. So I guess he might not actually be in with the group at this point. Then he may have just kind of gone off on his own to make that easier. So why don't we say it's just the four of you right now?
So last thing I'll say is we've all heard each other, and again, I don't want to like just side with the bloody hands because three of us want to. I want to make sure we can all be on the same page because we're a group, right? So if we're trying to decide is either I don't want to call out Morbrick here because of your past. Do you think there's a way we could try to reprimand what happened, Morbrick, to kind of get you more okay with them? If not, it's totally fine. I just want to know if we can try to find a solution here. You know what I mean?
I don't know, I just
You choose to
they're
team
just
up with
bad
no one.
people.
I totally agree. That's what I'm saying. But they're all bad. That's why I'm trying to find we're trying to find a common enemy. And then the reason I was thinking Morbrick anyways was that if we help the bloody hands, they'll leave. But if even helping them is
But
too
I
much,
mean, killing them will make them leave as well.
yeah, 100%. But then we gotta maybe we do a little more, we gotta figure out if we can trust Blackwater. Because whatever, if we help one side, we help the other. In real life, I'm having a good time. But in the game,
Mhm.
I just want to make sure we're doing the right thing.
My only thing is that Blackwater, we just suspect him to be bad. We don't have anything really on him.
Yes, it's just from his past experiences. We have a tough time trusting him, right?
Yeah.
But you are right, though. We don't have anything. Except they did do that thing to Kite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wasn't.
Oh, didn't he kind of admit to spying on them?
But did you actually? Oh, so it wasn't falsely.
No, but I was investigating.
Oh. Okay. I see. Okay,
We were investigating them for a reason. My father was hired by. They were up to something, and we were tasked with finding out what it was. And I wasn't privy to the details, but I was the one that got caught.
I think what I think about Morbrick's situation, and I think how we can try to help Morbrick come to peace with this. I want to understand whether what happened to his teacher, or who was it, teacher or father?
Priest.
I'm sorry,
My priest.
priest. Whether it was a personal decision of people who just happened to be associated with Bloody Hand, or was it Bloody Hand as organization?
No, it wasn't Bloody Hand. I know
He's
what you're
just saying it attracts those kind of people, because they went to join them. He doesn't like working for people who could kill priests.
They were doing that to gain favor for them.
Maybe we should not confuse bad decisions done by a couple of people and throw shade on the whole organization. Well, of course they are.
No,